Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Geekery number 112. I don't know if I can count that high, but we got the usual buddies here tonight. So we've got Clobbering Times here. Hail to Clobbering.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
We're doing good.
Nice.
Ah!
Over that way.
God damn it, Mark. Jeez.
And Mr. Banana's here.
Hey, I went swimming in the Atlantic Ocean today.
Did you meet
Where?
any sharks?
No sharks. But hey, I can understand why polar bears love the water. But hey.
That's for sure. But thank you for being here. And
yes.
I apologize for being late tonight. It wasn't because of sports balling. I'm not a Baltimore or Jacksonville fan. I'm a Giants fan who got destroyed today by Clobbering Times Saints today.
My apologies. You need to not be a Ravens fan. You need to be anti-Ravens, which means tonight you need to be a Jacksonville fan.
My apologies for that. I had no part in it, I promise you.
You had no part in it.
I didn't even cheer much.
You didn't cheer much, yeah.
Well, a little bit there. I like to see the Jags win this one also, by the way. But...
Oh, hey, Pat S is here. I had to chat everyone in the chat in a second. But hail to Pat S. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Hey, Pat.
The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
Yay, we're glad to have you, Pat.
But I'll stop spreading them then.
Yeah. Thank God. And the mighty Thor is with Maddie tonight. He keeps saying that she keeps staying up later and later, but here, this is for Pat S.
Because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose.
Yeah, that's what I do when the Giants lose.
That's true.
I'm glad you're here, Pat. But let me get to the super chat and all everyone who's commenting. So yeah, sorry about the late start again. I was actually putting away Christmas ornaments tonight and finishing some of the decorations. I still have more Hallmark ornaments to go. But thank you very much to Kristen Jalorm's Vinyl Revival, and he says Joyeux Noel and Bon Année from Canada. Everybody. Cheers, all. So
excellent.
Thank you. Let me see. What can I play for that? I gotta get some Christmassy clips. How about?
We're having Christmas clips.
Well, this has got Mary in it.
I protest. I am not a merry man.
I gotta get some good. I gotta get like Heat Miser or something. I gotta do some homework tonight and get that in. But thank you, Christian. Oh, and I gotta put Christian's new channel in. Christian, do you have what? Let me get your link, or if someone can put Christian's, if one of the mods can put Christian's channel on the link so we can share that. And let me go down the list. We got a lot of people here tonight, so let me say hi to everyone. So FKHC 2005, perfect. Yep. So and yeah, the Lego photos are very, very cool that he sent. Yeah, so Lego it was a Lego that was a Lego Liberator from
nice.
Lake 7. Yeah, we showed it. I think you had already left by the time we had shown it.
When?
FK on Clubhouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll show those again, but those are very, very awesome. Yep. And hail to Wes Cagle. And let's see, Captain James T. Skywalker. He says 10:30. That's cruel and unusual. Sorry about that. Yeah. I'm glad someone is upset about the show starting later. Dave, see, I used to start at 11 p.m. But then my buddy G off and Harold said I need to get to bed earlier, which was smart too. But I think they go to bed at like 10 o'clock. So, they're getting old now. Let's see. Keely Chow. Roll Tide. Fanty Outsider. Oh, he says we need a proper Stargirl series review. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we could
do we?
We do, yeah.
Really?
I'm making you watch it, so you have to watch it. So yeah, you're gonna start next year. You're gonna start on Stargirl episode 1.
I did not know that. I was not aware of those.
Yeah.
Nobody tells me anything anymore.
Merry Christmas. That's what you're getting, Stargirl.
Wow.
DVDs are on the way.
I'll get right on that.
Get right on that. Yeah. You might like it. I'll make
it a priority.
Yeah. In between watching what Red Dwarf or Twilight Zone, yeah, you can watch Stargirl. Yep. And hail to Lisa.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, my Fortnite buddy with Dad Man. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Lisa.
Fanty says, I don't know why some people are so mad at Godzilla. Humans come to his island, stomp around, then nuke him, and then he goes to the island, stomps around, and he's the bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, don't mess with Godzilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Larry, it's 9:35 for him. So okay, a little bit earlier. And who else is Claude is here? Hi to Claude. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah. Happy Festivus. Oh, Larry didn't. Oh, it's should be the same old intro. I kind of tweak it a little bit, but I haven't done it a lot. But should be the same old intro. And he says, "Clobberonimo." I cannot do the voices like Cal can. Clobberonimo. Yeah. Let's see. What else am I missing in the chat? Yeah. Oh, and Fanty's a Yankee fan with me. Yep. Yamamoto met with the Yankees again. Yeah. We'll see. We got to buy a World Series. And Worf does have the best lines. Yes, he does. He does get the best lines. Yep. And of course, let's see. I think we're caught up with everyone in the chat, right? Godzilla's a knockoff of Harvard Cthulhu. Yep. I think we got everyone who's here. But let me know if I missed anyone. But yep. Hail to everyone. Hope you're getting ready for the holidays. Hope some of your Christmas shopping is done. Usually I wait till the night before. But back in the day when you used to go to the mall for all your shopping, that was the like you couldn't get a parking space in the mall years ago. I mean, you guys all remember that. And now it's the poor mail order. You know, it's the poor FedEx or UPS or the Amazon driver that's doing it. Oh, bad injury in the sports ball game.
Yeah, it looks bad.
It's bad. It's his knee.
Yeah, we actually got a delivery tonight at like 8:30, which is kind of surprising. Not unheard of course, but
yeah, I mean those guys and gals are working hard to get everything out there. So yeah, if not for them, yeah, they couldn't do. You know, they're the quote unquote Santa Claus. You know, back in the day, it was the Wells Fargo wagon to come into town. But Wes Cagle just became a new member.
Hey,
Thank
Wes!
you so much, Wes Cagle. Awesome, much appreciated.
And Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips is here as well. Yeah.
Oh, awesome! Yeah.
Popped in. Yeah.
Well, let's play a clip for
Wes.
Wes Cagle. Yeah, let's play Wes. Let's see what can we play here.
Hello, computer.
And how about
Groovy?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And how about another fun one?
Brain and brain. What is brain?
He plays with toys,
It's a model.
with little figures.
They're toys.
They're toys. Yeah. Oh, I've got to load that new clip that we just got last. I did for you last night, Clobberin Times. Let's see. Let me grab that as I upload that, and everyone will recognize this one as soon as I play it. It's not directed at anyone in particular, but just it's a fun one to have. I think Clobberin Times is going to be playing that quite over and over. I think, right? You might enjoy this one. Let's see. Everyone will get this one once I show it. Yeah. If I can find it. I got so many clips now. Wow, here we go. There we go. Got it. All right, now it's not directed at anyone in particular.
It's because you're a dumbass.
The Janeway, you're a dumbass. It needs to be clipped like you got hurt. Him saying, because when he says that, if he addresses her in the second episode, saying Captain Janeway, then you can, splice it with that.
Splice it to that. Yeah,
we might need to be calling you J. Edgar Marc D with a C with all the videos you're compiling on people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh boy, had to bring him off the field. That running back Mitchell, he was doing well too. He's out.
Yeah. He just took an odd. Sorry about. I apologize again for the sports bomb, but he was running. It was a non-contact injury, which I hate to see. And it was
that's the worst because something snapped in there.
So, yeah. He just running.
Sure, it was non-contact because the way it looked like when the Jaguars got him by the ankle, it might have pulled it. But anyway,
well, he landed. His step landed the wrong way, basically. Yeah, so he jammed it really bad. It was like, crap. Yeah, I just hate to see that. Yeah, my son tore his ACL playing football, and it was just the worst feeling when no matter what team you root for, anyone. I just never want to see anyone. Get hurt. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Sometimes you're like, yeah.
I don't even root for that to happen to the Falcons.
Wow.
I don't.
Yep. But yeah, sometimes you're like, I hope the guy can't come. Like if you get banged up, like I hope he can't make it back to the game or something. as a fan, but you never want anyone to be hurt. Yeah.
Larry says I wouldn't play the Avon clip. Did anyone ask me to play the Avon clip yesterday?
I didn't see that.
We played it on Thursday night, but I don't remember anyone asking. If someone did, Larry, I apologize because I didn't see it. I didn't see the request, so.
Yeah, we don't like playing that clip. It's just not funny.
And Callie in your place, would you?
Probably not. What about you?
What about me?
Why don't you go?
You are expendable.
And you're not?
No, I'm not. I am not expendable. I'm not stupid, and I'm not going.
Of course, it was a Star Trek show last night, not a Blood 7 show, but I mean, if we're did I say we wouldn't play it last night? Maybe I did. I don't remember. Seriously.
Yep.
I can't wait till we get to the point of the future where we all get to start wearing shiny turtlenecks. That looks both comfortable and warm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, JT Kirk's here.
Westgate, I guess if you upgrade it, I guess streamer they just consider it like a new membership, I guess. They're not that smart.
Yeah, I got you.
But either way, we had fun playing those clips. And thank you for upgrading. Yep.
Indeed, yeah, JT, but we're not good enough to do anything with it, but I hear you. Thanks.
Says upgraded to Silver Surface, yeah. Well, it just says, just in the chat, it just says new member, yeah. That's StreamYards, yeah, so. Yeah, upgrade. Oh, on the YouTube, it says upgraded. Okay. I'm a bear with little brains, yep. But either way, it's all good. Much appreciated. Yep.
Santa Megatron's here.
Hail, Santa Megatron. And then Real Wade Nation, I did not see your news. I know you're trying to get towards 1,000 subs. I've been seeing that on Twitter, but do you know what the news is, anyone?
Who?
He got 1,000. He got
1,000?
Who was?
Wade got up to 1,000, yeah. That's what he was saying earlier.
Oh, cool.
Congrats. You got like 250 in the last week, or was it? I thought he got a ton of subs recently, right? Or
yeah.
Well, right? Okay. Or if I'm right or wrong, because last time
you posted a lot in a short period of time. Yeah.
Way to go! Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations.
HB.
Yep. Awesome.
Hungry Boys. Yeah. What's up, HB?
Hello, Hungry Boy. And Lisa needs to have files on his files. Yeah, I do need to. They are pretty well organized now, I guess. I spent like a whole day going through all my clips because I couldn't find the original Dad Man Fervently Emotes clip. Because it's you have like a StreamYard folder, then you have like a game.
Yeah, it gets buried.
Folder. It gets buried somewhere. Yeah. I'm like, where is it? Never have too many charts. Yep. So, well, except when watching Death Race 2000, for sure. Yeah. And hola. Here we go. Rocking crowd tonight. So, Pat, I know you've been slightly under the weather. So, how are you doing? Not to get
slightly under the weather. I was hospitalized, dude.
Well, I know. we're on YouTube, so I don't want to say too much. I don't know how much you've said publicly, so that's why I was leading with that. That's why I was leading with that. So, I never want to say too much unless it's.
No, okay. I understand. After Thanksgiving, like the day after Thanksgiving, the flu just ran rampant through the house. So I hid away, and I somehow managed to avoid it until about a week after everybody else had it. And then I got it. So it was like really bad. So I was like locked away, and then I got it. It was like really bad. And then I started getting better, and I was taking Tamiflu, and I was on all kinds of antivirals and stuff like that. And I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital and stuff and everything. I get through that. Then I catch this terrible cold, which we all thought for sure was COVID, right? But they tested me and didn't have COVID. It was just a bad cold. But every time I get a cold, I don't care how it starts, it ends up in my chest. And that became bronchitis. So I had to go get at midnight, I ended up having to get this big shot. And I mean, it hurt. I guess it was penicillin. I don't know what they gave me. All kinds of antibiotics and stuff and everything. And that was bad. So I've been coughing for probably the last 6 weeks, I guess. And well, not quite that long. About 3.5, 4 weeks though. And it's not as I was about to come on last Sunday, and I just started having like a cough and I was like, damn it. But even now, I still in the morning, and I'm just not finishing up any medicine I was taking, and they put me on some kind of medicine. It was like, I don't sleep, guys. I sleep like, if I sleep six, that's a lot of sleep for me. This medicine they were giving me, it was knocking me out at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. I was sleeping until like 8 in the morning. I mean, I was sleeping like 9, 10 hours. And, but I'm still waking up with like, you know, that like a little wheezing that you get, like a he, like when you're breathing and stuff. Like I'll have a dream where it's like I'm hearing a horn blow or something. I'll wake up, I realize it's my chest. So I still wake up and go, you know, and do that. But it's 10 times better than what it was. But my muscles have been here. As a matter of fact, that was so bad that physical therapy moved me from 3, because I just got into a really good new program that's working like with my balance and stuff, and reorganizing the way I walk on that bad ankle with the foot and everything and all that. And they said, look, you're just missing too much. It's going to mess with the insurance and everything. They're going to make us reevaluate. Why don't you just go down to 2 days a week? So I went from going Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and canceling like half the times to Tuesday and Thursday. So that's kind of where I am now. And then they're going to say, like, they said after the holidays, if I'm still good, which is now only about 2 weeks away, we could go back to 3 days a week. But they were just worried about me maintaining it. So no, it's been bad. And the worst part was, it's been everybody in the family, man. They've all had it and just kept making the rounds. So it's about as bad as it could get. So it was so bad that I'm actually still going to go get a flu shot, because the doctor said after I've been off the antivirals for about 10 days, I should go get a flu shot just in case I get exposed to another variant, you know. So it's been nuts, but I'm much better now. Much better now. I said I got to come on at least till 10, back when you were doing at a 9 o'clock-ish start. But I said, let me at least hop on for a little while and bring everybody up to
appreciate
speed.
it. Yep.
So, yeah.
Good to see you.
Glad you're doing better. Yep. You sound pretty good.
Thanks. I'm not leaving
Knock
yet.
on wood.
I think I got a little bit in me. Hey, could you hold on 1 second? Thanks.
Yep.
But I actually went out last night. Club, you ever heard of a place called Frankie and Johnny's? It's right off of
Sure.
Yeah. They did a hold on.
I want to say hi to Courtney, and Courtney's been having a rough time too. So hail to Courtney. Hope things are okay. And then she said she'd try to join us later if she can. But
hey, Courtney.
So yep.
Shout out to Courtney.
Thoughts are
Courtney
on Courtney's way too. Yep. For sure. Yep. So yes. I mean, it's a tough time of year. So
yeah. But like I said, I actually went to a Christmas party last night. It was awesome. They had a big, huge oyster bar where they were opening raw oysters, and charbroiling oysters. And while all those people were over there eating those nasty oysters, over to where all the fried food was, where it was me and this other lady that's like, I can't even watch people eat oysters. It makes
But the oysters are much lower calorie though.
Yeah,
you know what
Yeah, what I was eating was terrible. What they were eating was just gross looking. Mark, when I tell you, dude, they were slurping them down. Oh, these Cajuns, man, throwing Tabasco.
I had 36 one time at the bar, and then my wife is like, "That's it, no more."
Dang, that's hardcore.
Jeez. Well, they had 12. They had like buy 2 get 6 free or whatever. Buy 12 get 6 free. Then I got another buy 12 get 6 free. It's like, that's enough oysters. You're staying away from me tonight.
Smart woman.
Yeah. Lock you out in the garage, dude.
I could probably eat 100 oysters. I mean, they're small too, right? I mean, it's not.
Yeah, but that's a lot of anything. Jeez.
Yeah. Just when my and I want to say hail to the Geek and I podcast. Hail to Geek and I. Thank you for spending some of your Sunday night with us. Much appreciated. When my brother-in-law got married, it wasn't a sit-down dinner. But I didn't know that. I'd never been I'd only been to a few weddings. I was like, 25 or 20? I don't remember. And there was the first one. It wasn't a sit down, so they had just like stations and little tables you could like stand around, which is fine. I'm not complaining. Which actually some ways is better because you'd mingle. But first problem was they had the broadcast unification that night, Star Trek: The Next Generation. So I was mad at him for scheduling his wedding when Star Trek Unification was going to be on TV. But he's like, "What the F are you talking about?" I'm like, "But Spock's going to be on. They're going to have Spock on. How can I go to the wedding?" And that's when, it wasn't easy to like, take a VCR with you or whatever. You had to, I had to make sure the tape was set to record at home. I was still living at home at the time. I had moved back home. Like, do not touch that tape, anyone, on penalty of death. And they had bowls of lobster tails, and they had oysters, like these gigantic oysters. It was a fancy dancy place, of course. And usually you have like one round of the seafood at a wedding buffet. And so like everyone was like fighting for it, like to get their lobster tail. And then they bring out like another 2 bowls of lobster tails. And people aren't fighting as much. Then they came out with more bowls of lobster. So eventually there was just bowls of lobster tails sitting there. You know what, I'm a seafood lover I am. So I ate probably, I don't know how many oysters that night and lobster tails. And everyone's like, "Well, did you try the dinner?" And I'm like, "What dinner? I thought those were the appetizers." So yeah. Hey, hail to Phil, TMNT, Philtiment.
Hey, Phil.
Sorry, Phil. How's it been? How's it going?
Phil.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Yep. But yeah. So, and then they ended up getting divorced, unfortunately. But the food was great at the wedding. Really
Sit-down dinners are pretty rare down here, buddy.
Oh, they are
Most
for a
everything's
wedding?
Oh, yeah. It's mostly past the plate, and there'll be like a carving station. Maybe you can go up and get it.
Self-seat.
But
Yeah.
it's mostly people walking around with
hors d'oeuvres. Yeah, exactly. Except for big weddings, high-profile weddings. We went to a TV station wedding many years ago, and oh boy, that was a big fancy affair. So just depends which it is. My niece got remarried, and they had a sit-down plated thing. So it just, I don't know. It depends on how much money you want to spend.
Yeah, well, it's fun not to have to sit. Sometimes when you're sitting down too, and it's all it's just like you can't mingle with the crowd, and like it gets all stuffy, and you're stuck.
Oh boy!
And then the band is playing. Yeah, someone else got hurt, and then the band is
fumble. Sorry.
Oh, fumble. Yep.
This game is done.
Oh, that's a replay.
Game over.
Yep. But the sometimes then the band is playing too loud, and you can't talk to everyone anyway. So. like turn it down so we can talk to each other. But yeah, I mean there's
a cycle because you pay the band to play, but then people want to talk, so it's like, what do you turn it up, turn it down? Hell, you do what I do. I had a family member get married, and I went out and sat and the van kept up with the Georgia-Tennessee game one year, so quietly sneak off.
Yeah, one of our friends that got married in the Rangers were in the playoffs. I'm like, we're watching, and then they had like a bar in the wedding reception area, so we're all like over there watching the wedding. I mean,
I'm like the Mayhem insurance guy, the one with the wedding. When the Mayhem's like all distracted watching the game and everything else. Yeah, that's me.
That's you, right? Yeah, awesome. Yep. So, I know, Dad, man, you can't stay too late tonight because you're trying to function at work tomorrow.
Yeah,
I don't know if you should do that. It's holiday week. You should just not do anything, right?
Normally I would try.
Stuff gets done during Christmas.
Christmas
week.
Sometimes you got to do it. I got to clean up a mess in aisle 4 somebody else didn't do, so I got a week to do it. So it's like,
Yep. Well, I'm being a wise guy.
And 6:30 comes early,
Yeah. Unfortunate, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, there's I had like a crazy week at work this week.
What's the type of thing if it was stuff that I've done before and it wouldn't be so bad, but I've got to ask for new pot. I don't want to bore you with the details, but it involves a lot of asking, waiting, and timing, and then you got to get it all done. It's just gonna be interesting, gonna be fun. But hey, at least I got to talk to you guys for a few minutes tonight.
No, all good. Yep.
Absolutely.
So I was going to talk a little bit about what was I watched Candy Cane Lane, which I'm sure you guys have not watched on Prime Video, right? With Eddie Murphy. I'll just talk about it for a couple minutes. It's not too long. And I guess I don't know if Clobber Times. You've seen some of Reachers. I know Pat S. Or
I've watched the first 3 episodes. They only dropped the first 3. Yeah.
first 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have not seen. I have not seen season 2, but I did watch a lion's share of the new Eddie Murphy movie.
So season 2 is out of Reacher now.
No, just the first 3 episodes.
Yeah,
just the first few
and
episodes.
now
but
every
they've
Thursday
started.
Yes.
Okay, because I was still stuck to season 1. I loved season 1. So
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Which book is season 2 based on? Did they say?
It says it at the beginning of every episode, and it flashes so fast it's tough to tell.
Yeah,
but it's not a book. But it's not a book.
But you mean Tom Cruise? You mean Tom Cruise is not Jack Reacher? Sorry, I just had to say that.
He's Jack Reach around.
No, I know. This guy looks like a real Jack Reacher, like it should be. Not,
Oh yeah, in the books, without a doubt. Yeah.
But I've been wanting that myself, Pat, because I always want to. Because my Amazon was being really finicky. I didn't want to pause it to find out because it was being really annoying last night. I don't know if it was our internet or what. So it flashes what it's based on so fast.
It did flash, yeah.
At the very beginning, that you have to pause it to read it. I mean, unless you're a speed reader. So I would let me look it up and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay, brother. I'll research. It's not a big deal.
Actually, I want to know myself, and you just reminded me.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, the jackasses go boom like that based on. Yeah. So yeah.
Geek and I saying it's Bad Luck and Trouble.
Is that a book?
Those are 2. Is that one book or?
Someone said it wasn't a book, but
it might not be one book.
Lee Child's book.
Oh no, that's Bad Luck and Trouble.
Okay, so it is based on a book.
Yeah. Book 11.
I heard someone say it was not based on a book, but okay, good. There you go.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. No, because the books are.
It's been so long since I read the early books. It's been so long since I read the early books. I don't even remember all the titles. Like I went through a phase where I was reading what's the guy that wrote like Pelican Brief and
John Grisham.
He sets everything in Memphis and New Orleans. What's his name?
John Grisham.
Yeah, I went through a phase where I was like reading Grisham everything, and I was looking at the books the other day, and I'm like, God, I don't remember half these books.
I love Grisham's writing. Grisham was a good writer because I tell you what, when they made the movie The Firm, because I'd heard about how great The Firm was, but of course another Tom Cruise disaster movie. I hated that movie so much. Like you can say, "Hey, Mr. Mob Guys, I'm going to rat out my bosses, but I can't talk about you because of attorney-client privilege." I hated the damn movie so bad. I actually went and bought a book and read the book, and that's when I realized how good of a writer Grisham was because I hated the movie so much. It caused me to read. Sorry.
Because you'd read.
Yes. It's almost on a Darth Maul level of passion with it because, God, it was such a stupid movie. Anyway, but what Tom Cruise movie is not stupid after Risky Business?
A lot of Grisham stuff is pretty redundant, though. It's a lot of the same stuff, Yeah. I was very happy to hear. I don't know if any of you guys any of you guys fans of the late great Cormac McCarthy. We just lost him a few months ago. It looks like his youngest son, I think the University of New Mexico, has all of his papers. So they're going to go through and see if there's anything publishable. And if they could even get one more book, they said he's pretty prolific and shelved a lot of things. We might still in the future see a couple more books from Cormac McCarthy, which would be great.
Don't know anything about him.
If you've ever seen or heard of the movie The Road or No Country for Old Men or All the Pretty Horses Club, all those were based on his books.
Okay. Gotcha.
And No Country for Old Men might be one, maybe the top 3, definitely the top 5. I think movies based on a book, I would put Jaws way up there.
Jaws is better than the book. The book of Jaws is not very good, actually. By Peter Benchley. I hate to say it.
Fair enough. I enjoyed the book. I really did. It's one of the very first books I read, like in junior high, when they would let you pick your own books.
Well, we used to, I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's the movie.
But what do I know, dude?
They had to change
too. I was just really into Jaws.
I mean, there's so much in that freaking book. So yeah, but it wouldn't work in a movie. But anyway.
Thank you, Hungry. Yes, it was the book and the movie. The movie might even be better than the book, and the book is phenomenal. It's not even Cormac McCarthy's best book. Personally, I would say that, but I think other people would say that too. I think people would put No Country for Old Men in the middle, and that goes to show you what a phenomenal writer he was.
Mhm.
You know, some of his books, I don't even know if you could make it. Blood Meridian is maybe one of the best neo-Western books ever written. And don't forget, guys, I really got into him because I think I've told y'all this before. My dad was like, he watched MASH, Rockford Files, Frasier, like that was what. And the only author he ever read was Zane Grey. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, Zane Grey. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, so he read
One of
this.
the
So I
Western.
grew up on Westerns, man, and I was, you know, he watched John Wayne movies and Clint Eastwood movies. And so I got into it, and I was like, man, I can't read any more Zane Grey movies. So one day I'm just like looking through books, and I find the Boardwalk trilogy, Cormac McCarthy, all the, and I was like, this guy's just phenomenal, and it just goes beyond Westerns. So, but
Nice.
anyway, boy, I took that off track a little bit. Anyway,
No,
back
no.
to Reacher. You know,
I was really concerned when I saw the trailer for season 2 of Reacher. I was like, oh no, because it was certain. Well, we're not going to spoil anything tonight, are we? We're not doing any spoilers, of course. Mark,
No spoilers, but general
Yeah.
plot.
just general.
Like, you know, and like this scene. Well, this is spoiler. My wife was very upset with this scene. She thought it shouldn't have been in there. Yeah.
What, he shouldn't be there? Yeah, sure. I'm sure.
Like we're
he
watching it. Like, wow, he's big. Yeah.
He got bigger. I mean, he's like the Hulk now.
Well, my comment was like, how is he able to, like, you have to train for hours a day. It's like, where does he get to the
They pay him
gym?
money.
It's like,
Yeah,
no. I mean, in real life, like the Reacher character, well, you know, he's a massive guy, but he'd never be this.
Yeah, because the character travels around the country all the time, hitchhikes, rides buses
Yeah.
and trains and everything. There can't be any gyms, and it's, you know, it's like he's eats pie and eats all this other stuff. Now, I don't know, he's kind of, I mean, it looked like he was big around the middle in some of the shots in the movies, in the show, so maybe that's reflective of it. I don't know, but
I'm just joking, but yeah, it's
the
he fits the description in the book now. Yeah,
the trailer had me kind of scared. There were some red flags I saw. I'm thinking, oh no, please God, no. And they alleviated all those fears. I really loved the first 3 episodes. Almost nothing I could really say that I didn't like about them. And I thought I wouldn't, considering I thought there was going to be. I'm not going to talk about those fears because, you know, why create anything that someone else has said. But I really thought they were. I didn't really like his, you know, the girl who was in, the lady who was in the last couple of episodes of last season that carried over into this season. Was it Mia? Was it Nia?
Neely, the other private investigator.
I didn't like her that much last season. I thought, oh my God, you know, when they brought her in, they kind of, and I thought she was going to ruin the show for me because some of the things I saw in the trailers. I thought, okay, here we go. They're going to start taking time away from him, and they're going to make her the big bestest ever. You know, all the stuff that they do.
Yeah.
In most stuff. I thought she was going to be annoying because I kind of didn't like her much last year. And I thought, you know, but the writing is so good. She's written as a character. She's not, I mean, you know, look, he's still the boss. Now, they're all friends and equals with him and everything. And he's got a great crew with him here. But I thought they were going to make it where he was just going to be marginalized, and they were going to make it, you know, the girls are the bestest ever, the guys are schmucks, and all this other kind of crap that they do and everything else. And it's still very much his show. Although, again, they do a great job of creating an ensemble cast, which is, you do need somebody to play off of. I don't care if you are a loner in the show. You do have to have other characters.
Yeah, I got to have other characters. Yep.
They've managed to do that quite well. They have an excellent story going on, so I'm happy. 3 episodes in, my only complaint is that I wanted all of them right now. I'd be done.
I'm glad they don't. And Brian Hepburn, hail to Brian Hepburn, says, yeah, the first 3 episodes are great so far. Yeah, I've only seen the first 2, but the first 2 were really, really good. So I thought it continued the show. And this Dixon character is easy on the eyes as well too. So
I love her.
So she's interesting. The only thing is that this is not a spoiler, but you know, because there's obviously spoiler warning. There are fights in the Jack Reacher show. Like they split up, and like Reacher's taking on, you know, one guy, and she's taking on another guy, or a couple of guys, or one scene in a construction site. It's like, God, I mean, I know, you know, they're in the army, but you know, if you're Jack Reacher, you're gonna let someone who, you know, potentially that, you know, it's your buddy and potentially you're attracted to, all right, that's a minor spoiler alert. You know, you're gonna go fight on their own. I mean, so yeah, it's that's minor. That's more modern-y stuff where they, you know,
there's no way that
split
they
up
would
and
have
fight.
him tell her she can't go and fight, though.
Yeah. Or be like, you cover me or something. I'm gonna, But that was the only thing I thought was
that scene. You got a picture right there, which is in the trailer, so it's not spoiler. That's a great opening.
Yeah. So that scene is typical Reacher, where he's getting money, going to get money out of his ATM. So I'm surprised he's using an ATM, but I guess he has to because he doesn't. He just travels all over. And
that's right. In the books, all he carries with him is his passport, his ATM card, and a toothbrush. Travel
toothbrush, right? Yeah. So he sees the woman and this is in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. You've probably seen the trailer. So he he sees that woman at the ATM and she's kind of shaking, a little bloody, and he's like, he's like, you've been carjacked. Don't turn around.
You're being carjacked.
Yeah, like the car down the street, the left, I'm paraphrasing, but the SUV or whatever down the street, and she's nods kind of, and I'll take care of it. Don't go anywhere, basically. So he goes down the street, grabs his jacket, punches the guy through the window who's got a gun on his lap, and beats the crud out of this guy.
That was great.
I mean, he's smashing the door on him, takes the gun apart
through the door, man.
Yeah. He mangles the guy, and he's like, it's like, he'll be out for a while. It's like, he'll be out for a while. So the guy's not waking up till next Tuesday.
And she gives him he gives him the gun, and of course the lady's child was in the car.
Yeah.
He did make sure the child was okay, and then he takes the gun apart, says, give this to the cops, go call the cops, whatever. And she says, who are you? If somebody doesn't get involved, basically.
Yeah.
Very superhero of him.
Yeah, that was a typical superhero scene, except maybe excessively beating the crap. Well, Batman would have done that, I guess, right?
Yeah, that was a Batman.
Well,
the Punisher would have killed him, so that was very Batman thing.
That's true, right? Yeah. So, Dadman, I think you got to jettison now.
Yeah, yeah, I need to get going. So, always
let me promote the Mrs. channel.
Absolutely. Exactly, Battle 2024. Yeah, definitely go support her. Creator. Yeah,
Dad, man, if you go to sleep right now, dude, you will get about 7 hours.
I know that's the thing. It's going to take me a little while.
Right in the next.
I know, but it's going to take me a little while to wind down. That's why I'm trying to lead up to that. But yeah, it's but yeah, follow the missus. Go subscribe to her. Every morning she does a show at 9 a.m. Eastern, and get your daily dose of positivity. She has a great little silly show today. I thought I was going to have to go take care of her because she kept laughing. It was so cute, and it was funny. She just kept laughing. She got stuck on a story, and a plane ran in the middle of the street. It was great to see. So give it a try. Try it out tomorrow. She's got a build about noon about building a grizzly bear. So with that, nice. So definitely support her.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I got a busy week coming up. It starts on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. I got Alaska Jeff. We're going to talk about Alaska, snow, Christmas up there. Wednesday, Daisy Blossom and me are going to talk Die Hard. Is it a Christmas movie? Is it not? Hey, why not? We moved our week up to do that before. Thursday night, I got Squeaka on for a Christmas celebration. It'll be our second year in a row to talk Christmas and stuff. Friday could be an audible based on that. Saturday, the missus and I are doing building a Millennium Falcon gingerbread house, and then on
sweet,
yes,
literally
exactly.
Sweet.
So we got a week of Christmas events leading up to Christmas, but and a special one on Christmas Eve, 3 o'clock on next Sunday. Masters Maniac Mexico will be joining us, and he will be presenting a German Christmas for us. So
very nice.
There's a busy week coming up and a lot to go. So hey. And I see Brogu says what he thinks he or she thinks the Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I have not been saying. We'll find out Wednesday night. So, but thanks, Mark. Thanks, Clobby. Pat, thank you again. Buddy. Thanks for yesterday, Pat, too. Thanks
brother. I was glad to do it.
Be good, buddy.
Thank you for showing up. That was really nice.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have a good night, and I'll catch you later. Bye.
All right, man.
Take care, Dad, man.
Yep.
Where'd they go?
Right there.
Oh, screw you.
Thank you, Dad, man. Let's catch you later. Yep.
So there you go.
Pop culture curator. Yep. Got a lot of people hanging out with us for the holidays on this Sunday night. So much appreciated. Great to see everyone. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Brogu says, yeah, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yep. I thought it was a movie about Twinkies. I love the description about Twinkies.
It's also a Twinkie movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Al's the cop, right? Isn't Al the cop in that movie?
Al Powell, Sergeant Al Powell.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
And Tom from Midnight's Edge posted his Die Hard ornament the other night. If you guys have seen that.
No, I didn't get to see that.
Yeah, it's with walking through the vents. Let's see, Die Hard ornament.
Nice.
Oh, we'll just show
the one in the vent, the one crawling in the vent. Yeah, okay.
Crawling in the vent. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to make yourself too. But
out to the coast, we'll have a party, we'll have a few laughs.
Yeah.
Now I know what a TV dinner feels like.
Right? Yeah, there's one there. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
And then this one, they actually are selling that like an Advent ornament, like the countdown, Hans Gruber countdown.
Oh wow, there's a Hans one too, with him Hans following.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you look on the internet, you can find that picture and just print it and just put that like in something, or make your own, cutout. It's pretty easy to do. Yippee-ki-yay with shells in it.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep.
Christmas Die Hard Santa.
Oh, we got a request. Is sure, I'd love to do that. Yep, let's see. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I think I know what's going to win, but
well,
it's great to watch any time of the year. But yeah,
true.
I think that's kind of a hipster answer to say it's a Christmas movie, but
that's been going around for a while.
That's 100% up to y'all.
I'm no hipster. I will say that. Hey, your Muslim uncle and Dave Sear here too.
Hail, hail, hail.
It does not only take place at Christmas. Without Christmas, the story can't happen because it has to be done. What's going on? The plot involves the Christmas party, and such things like that. So Christmas is involved in the plot.
Yeah, it's
like that, or as opposed to a Lethal Weapon that just happens to be taking place at Christmas. No,
yeah, but it's pretty cool that Gary Busey hit you with a plastic reindeer on the front lawn of.
Oh yeah.
But this one, this is a nice version. Look at that one, Indiegogo or Indigo. I'm not sure. That looks like it's 3D printed. I gotta look that up. Yeah, I could.
Two things can be true at the same time. It was not intended to be a Christmas movie, and it became one because it takes place at Christmas and uses Christmas music in the themes and everything.
Yeah, because part of the plot is, as Cloudburn Tom said, they're having the party, and then things are shut down. The cops maybe aren't paying as attention as much to what's happening in the building. It's Christmas time, so people are much more lackadaisical. So
yeah,
it's part. It does, it's part of what's going on. With that and the end of the year and everything. So yeah. But I love that movie. And shout out to my buddy Will. It's like he kept telling me to go see it.
It also was not released at Christmas time, so that's another thing against it.
It was the summertime. It was the summertime, wasn't it?
Right. So it was released in the summer. That's another thing against it being a Christmas movie. See, there are pros and cons. However, the reason why I think it's such a silly thing that anyone gets worked up one way or the other, if people want to treat it like a Christmas movie for the fun, the people treating it like a Christmas movie are doing it for the fun of it because it just happens to take place at Christmas, have Christmas music. It's in the plot because of the Christmas party. So people like to have a little fun with that, and so they call it a Christmas movie. It's harmless that they do that, in my opinion. The people who are all bent out of shape and worried about it, fighting that it's a Christmas movie and it's not one, are the people that concern me the most. I'm like, hey, look, people are just having fun calling it a Christmas movie. It's a great movie either way. It's an all year round movie, no question about it. But all great movies are all year round movies, even Christmas movies. Like, if you watched Miracle on 34th Street in June, it would still be great, but it's better watching it in the season.
Yeah.
Die Hard's not like that. Die Hard is it's an every month movie.
Yeah.
But I have no problem with people not getting into the Christmas spirit just because of Die Hard, because I can watch it anytime. The second movie is the same deal, and all the plot revolves around Christmas. But no, they weren't. It wasn't intended. They weren't intended to be Christmas movies. People kind of just pop culture, just kind of a certain part of pop culture tried to make it that way, and then a lot of people got bent out of shape when you try to make it that way. And I'm like, it's not that serious of an issue, folks.
Yeah, it's all good fun too. So, but my friend Will, he kept telling me to go see. I'm like, I'm not going to go see Maddie from David and Maddie from Moonlighting. He can't be an action star, right? Yeah. And then I'm like, well, you were right. Yeah.
I didn't want to go. I mean, I loved him on Moonlighting so much. I'm like, I can't believe him running around shooting people. Yeah. He's David Addison. He's just going to make silly jokes. And I love.
And he did make some silly jokes too. Yeah,
it wasn't anything like David Addison.
Though. No, but I mean, the wisecracking humor is just so much a great part of Die Hard. Like,
right. I
have a machine gun. Yeah.
Yeah. Moonlighting made him a household name.
It did.
That movie there made him a star. There's no doubt about it. But if you want to mark when did he become a star? Bruce Willis became a star when everybody went and saw Die Hard.
He probably might not have even got the role in Die Hard without Moonlighting, though.
No doubt. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a transition for people because they're like, wait a minute, it's the Moonlighting guy, and he's going to be running around like Rambo in a building.
Yeah, and for a long time too, a TV guy couldn't do a movie.
Yeah,
it was frowned upon. You couldn't cross. So you were either TV actor or movie actor.
Even after that, David Caruso, all the other ones tried it.
He flopped.
Willis is probably the only guy for a long time to do that. Now there were other guys who did it before in the '60s. I mean, of course, Steve McQueen did it, and Clint Eastwood did it, and Charles Bronson did it. James Garner did it. There was actors who went from TV to make movies. And in the case of Garner, he was able to do both. So some actors started on TV that did become superstars, whereas John Wayne or somebody
back then.
But before John Wayne and all those guys started in movies because there was no TV to start in. But but it wasn't until a couple others too. Robert Redford, he started in TV, but it wasn't really until Willis came along with Die Hard that it had been done anytime soon. At that point, I mean, it was it wasn't something that happened much. And after that, how much did it happen? Not often.
That Taming of the Shrew episode was great.
Oh, I love it. Oh, so good.
Yeah. But for a long time, it was frowned. TV was looked as a lesser art form or lesser quote unquote, avenue for actors. So you're either a TV actor or a movie actor, and movie actor, God forbid, a movie actor, no way would he go do TV, right? I mean,
no.
So. And then because a TV actor was like, you can't do movies,
especially the ones who started in their younger career as on TV. When they got out of TV, a lot of them wouldn't go back for the longest time.
Oh yeah, wouldn't. There again, though, you pointed out the one that did, man, James Garner. He did it before. He did movies while he did rock. He did movies. He was the
outlier there. Yeah, he did. I mean, he conquered TV, then he conquered movies, then he went back and did both. Then he did both, mostly TV, but he still did some movies too. Yeah, he was James Garner. He was a TV god. I mean,
Yep. Yeah, but now you've got shows like as we're talking about Reacher. It's a prestige format now with the TV or something. There's probably more people watching streaming now than going to move in terms of exposure, right? The streaming versus regular TV, and then you've got back in the day you had the miniseries on TV that was a really big deal. Like I'm trying to think of a few, like Shogun or who was it?
Yeah, Richard.
He was in
Chamberlain.
Chamberlain was in all those big miniseries.
Lemon Pie,
North and our West, and Lemon Pie, but or the Guns of War. The miniseries was like the big deal back then for TV. That was kind of like your streaming movie, I guess, or for lack of a better comparison, where you'd have like a big deal. Of Roots, of course, was became one of the all-time most important and most watched miniseries. So, yeah, things like that. Now, like regular TV, I almost never watch regular TV unless it's sports ball, and even then, I'm streaming it on YouTube TV. I'm not actually on the channel. You know, there was something fun about flipping through the channels, I have to say, and then finding a movie.
Yes.
Like, oh look, you know, Wrath the Khan is on, or Dumb and Dumber, or Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Flipping. You don't flip anymore.
Was fun. Nobody flips. I can. I don't have anything to flip on much.
Yeah.
Remember, there were movies that you, no matter what, you would stop and watch. Even
yeah.
For me,
Shawshank
Redemption. You ever see Digstown with
James Woods in that, huh?
James Woods and Louis Gossett Jr. Yeah, wherever it was like, let's watch Digstown.
The blue and the gray and north and south. Yep.
Yep.
That's right. Every Stephen King novel that was over 800 pages long was this.
TV miniseries. V, of course. V, The Final Battle. Yep. Dang.
Yeah, so he's in good shape. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have had those Twinkies tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, that's the only difference.
Right.
If you had that, a travel toothbrush, and an didactic memory, dude, you could be Jack Reacher. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Someone was really mad, you know, spoiler. Someone broke his toothbrush.
Yeah, it's the only thing he owns.
Yeah. So he tapes it back together. He keeps using it.
Well, that's good. You know how he gets his clothes. You wouldn't want him to get his toothbrush like that. He buys used clothes, dude. Every once in a while, he'll wash his T-shirt out in the sink or something.
Hungry Bird, why do you miss Twinkies? Are you gave them up, or you're not eating them, or you can't get them on the other side of the world? I'm guessing it's probably because you can't get them on the other side of the world,
right? Or he gave them up for Lent.
Well, they do have a lot of lint on them sometimes. So
don't keep them in your pocket, and if you do, leave the wrapper on. That's what I do.
One of my favorite are Funny Bones. You ever had Funny Bones?
Mm-mm.
What's the funny bone? That sounds like some Yankee nonsense to me. What's that?
Does sound Yankee.
I've shown it before on the
that sounds
Geekery.
Yankee.
I have my safe search on, I hope, but
I got a cough. Hold on.
Yeah, I make sure
I hit the cough button.
Oh yeah, I think you've shown these before.
Yeah, okay, it is actually spelled. I thought they spelled it.
Sold in Wombat Land, he says here.
Yeah.
Funny Bones. That looks like your Twinkie went bad, Mark.
Yeah, so these are awesome. Yep. So Funny Bones. They're
just another. Caked. They're just like Hostess.
Yeah.
To somebody else.
It's like a chocolate. It's basically a
Little
chocolate
Debbie's
Twinkie.
Yeah, like Little Debbie's.
Yeah, it's a chocolate Twinkie. That they brought them back. Thank God. For a while, it was sad they were not going to be for sale, and it was I might have just had to check out. But the mini pies are good too. But this is my all-time favorite snack. And when I go camping too, I'd always buy these when I go camping. It's just pure energy food, right? Oh, there's a Funny Bones cake recipe.
Oh wow, that looks good.
Of course, now that we're doing this, we're still talking Reacher, I guess, but we should put this up. Thank you to Guagnar for that.
Eatery.
Yeah. Oh, Funny Bones cake recipe. Man, let me check that out. Let me share this to the chat. I gotta make this. Make this for Christmas.
Well, yeah, the secret to being a successful college football coach is to eat 3 Little Debbie oatmeal pies every morning. Get your blood test. You ever read that article, Mark?
No.
Where Saban said that that's what he eats. He ate every morning because he was on the go. He keeps a desk full of Little Debbie oatmeal pies, which might be the grossest Little Debbie product that's out there. And that's saying a lot because there's like 3 good Little Debbie things, and then everything else is just like what I would call poor people food.
All right. Yeah, my grandmother would get the Little Debbie's like in the I'm like, how old are these, Grandma? It's like, so
Dude, when I was in
here's
college, I would buy Hostess products from a thrift bakery where when they would get close to the Best Buy date, they would bring them there, and it would be like, dude, you can get 3 packs of Twinkies for $1.
you just have to eat them all today before they go bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Do Twinkies ever really go bad?
They eventually have to, right? Check with your physician, as we like to say here.
Fair enough. That's right.
I want to read these
doctors.
ingredients here. Look at this. So it's cream cheese, peanut butter. Yeah, so it's a peanut butter based. 2 cups powdered sugar, vanilla, milk, devil's food cake mix, vegetable oil, sour cream, and cream cheese. Interesting. 4 eggs, powdered sugar, vanilla, and light cream. So it doesn't look like it's that tough to make. Oh,
good and
gracious.
good for you.
Yeah, because it's got the peanut butter in there, so it's extra
loaded
healthy
with protein, man. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, nice. I gotta save that. Yeah. So Lisa said she's making that. So yeah, it doesn't look too tough. Or Clobber Times, are you a peanut butter fan?
Favorite M&Ms.
Oh, he had to leave for a second. He had to leave to go get some funny bones.
Plain peanut and peanut butter M&Ms are like his top 3 favorite M&Ms, if I remember right. Because I remember telling him about how peanut butter M&Ms have slowly kind of inched out peanut M&Ms for me, but nothing beats the original. Just a regular peanut M&M. As a matter of fact, I had some Christmas ones today, and I was with my the red ones. He was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I don't like this." But it was psychological. Like, I didn't say anything. I didn't draw attention to myself. I was just kind of nonchalantly doing it until somebody noticed. So.
Yeah, so let's see here if I can find. They said it came out in the '60s. The Funny Bones. I'm trying to see if there's actually.
Now, Mark, were you not a big Dolly Madison fan as a kid? You know, the
Dolly Madison ice cream.
No, Dolly Madison were the snack cakes that you saw during like a Charlie Brown Christmas and stuff. So those are your zingers. Dolly Madison fruit pies were pretty popular.
I love the fruit pies. I don't remember. I had Hostess though. I never had. Had.
You never had a zinger, dude. Like a zinger's like the chocolate thing with the icing and the chocolate in the middle. They also had a white one and one way. I think that was supposed to be like raspberry and coconut, which looks awful. The best thing for is the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. Yeah, those are pretty good. I like the chocolate cakes better. Chocolate cakes are better than. Okay, in case anybody's wondering, the 3 good Little Debbie things that you could get are Nutty Bars, which is like maybe the best snack cake thing ever made. The chocolate cakes that you could also get, the chocolate Christmas tree cakes. Those are way, way up there too. And then, there's a thing called the peanut butter bar, and that thing is awesome. It's like a crunchy cookie thing and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to sit here. And
this is for Max Redstone here.
It's because you're a dumbass.
That's from Saturday Night. Joking around with that. So.
for dumbass.
Yeah. Broga's getting diabetes just for looking at this. Sorry. Redstone, yep. This is fighting words. Yodels are better than funny bones. No, they're not. Funny bones, it's the ultimate Drake's cake. It's the best. And then I'm gonna have but if you send me 100 boxes of Yodels and 100 boxes of Funny Bones, I'll eat them all and try to, finalize and really do an in-depth review. So I might need 100 boxes of each just to check. No, I do like Yodels too, but Funny Bones are I'm a peanut butter and chocolate person, so if
anybody sends Mark 100 boxes of anything, you're definitely going to be on Mrs. D's naughty list. I'm going to take it right now. She will not approve of that.
Yeah. Right?
It better be 100 boxes of fresh kale. That would be maybe the only
kale, yeah. Or
apples. Mark, you can't eat all that. You're about to roast an entire pig. You cannot eat all those yodels.
Yeah. For sure, right? Yeah.
Mark, will you eat coconut? Would you eat like a snowball or a?
Oh yeah, I love those. Yeah, those are good
Okay.
too. Yeah, I love coconut. Anything coconut is good, especially if it's processed like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe
Well,
it's
those
not
are one
even real coconut. Yeah.
or like the donut. The donut shop. I actually went to get a donut on Friday for the first time in like a long time, and
Now, when you say one donut, do you mean a singular donut or
single
one
donut.
box
Single
of
donut. I
donuts?
went.
Okay.
Well, because I've been making coffee at home because the coffee is like $8 a cup now. I'm
Good Lord,
exaggerating,
boy.
but
Yeah. Well, no,
no, but
you're
it's
not
like
far off though.
no, but
Yeah.
even just like a regular coffee is what three large coffees, $3.69 or
You go
not
to
a
the
fancy.
Dunkin'?
I go to the Dunkin' Donuts ripoff.
Okay.
It's called Donuts Delight.
Donuts
It's very good. Yeah,
Okay.
it's Donuts Delight, but it's donuts. It's a donut shop, and I don't go that often anymore. It's just it's not them. It's just everything is so damn
Right.
expensive. So make coffee at home.
The
But
rent's too damn
yeah, I
high,
think.
man.
But I'm not getting a chocolate latte frappe grappe. I'm getting just a decaf
Just the
coffee,
regular
and it's
dark brew.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was once in a while I'll get that oat milk, which is cost a fortune to try to save calories. But yeah, it's and I don't even know if you're saving calories with that. But yeah, it's like $3.69 for a large coffee or $4. But then I went on Friday. I'm like, it's holidays. I'm going on Friday. I'm too lazy to make coffee, and I think I dropped my credit card too at the store. I gotta go find out. I can't find my credit card since then.
God.
Yeah, which is
Man.
the worst. But no one's used it to buy action figures yet. But
Well, at least I didn't.
I got a
find it, so that's
toasted
good.
coconut donut. It's like a really good donut there. I don't know if
Ooh,
that's
that sounds good.
toasted, and Dunkin' Donuts has that too. Yeah, the toasted coconut. So that's good. Yep. Hungry
Dude,
Boys.
Dunkin' Donuts.
What's the
Dunkin'
yodel?
Donuts are gross,
show you.
man. Yeah, show them a yodel. Dunkin' Donuts are gross though, dude. Now that they do the pre-made, I got a chocolate cake the other day. It tasted like and I hadn't eaten one in like 4 years. It tasted like raspberry, dude. And I told the guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's because when they deliver them, they're next to the raspberry." I'm like, "Well, don't do that."
Yeah,
He's like,
Dunkin'
"I'm sorry,
Donuts.
you want another donut?" I'm like,
They have.
"Yeah, just give me a plain glaze, dude."
Yeah, they don't.
Thank you.
They don't make the donuts in the shops anymore. So the old days, they used to make. They had to go early, make all the donuts.
right.
All the donuts are delivered. Now I don't know if they're frozen or not frozen. Or they got to be refrigerated, I
They're
guess. But they don't.
frozen. That's what the guy told me. They're delivered.
They're frozen.
That's why we usually go. There's a great place that's been like rated like the best donut in Louisiana. It's about 10 blocks from my house. Thank God I don't go there much. But that's the place to go, dude.
There's a yodel, Hungry Boy. So it's basically a chocolate cake that's rolled with
It's a
cream,
Swiss roll
cream
cake.
filling.
Hungry.
It's like a
Swiss
Little
roll, yeah.
Debbie's.
Yeah. Or my mom makes them
Or-
for Christmas. It's called the Christmas Yule log. It's just a big
There you
version
go.
of that. She makes
It's
a really
a
good one. So
ho-ho,
you
dude. It's a ho-ho from Hostess.
yeah. And like mom makes it, you just take you make a sheet cake and you put the filling and you roll that sucker up, and mom makes a great, let's see, Christmas Yule.
By the
We're
way,
talking about
nobody say
TV, and then
anything
we got to this.
Nobody say this in chat. Clobby, what are your 3 favorite M&M flavors? Because I think I said I think this is what Clobby's 3 favorites are, and let's see if I was at least right about 1 or 2.
Oh, you want me to tell you? I thought you were going to guess.
Yes. I want you to say. I didn't want anybody to type it in real quick because we said it while you were going.
Okay.
Anybody?
Plain peanut butter and I don't really. I mean, their other ones are okay, but
What about peanut?
they're okay. I mean, not really big on them, but if I had a pinch of them, that's all I got on me now.
Okay, because I said 3 favorite were plain peanut butter and peanut.
I have nothing. Yeah,
Because I was just guessing. You and I had talked one time, and I told you how for me peanut was always my favorite, but now plain and peanut butter has.
I do have a third favorite that's not peanut. Now that I think about it, and had them.
It's not that mint one, is it?
No, those I actually didn't mind so much. I've had them. I like the crispy one. The crispy. The crispy. The ones with the crispy, like sort of like Rice Krispies. Hmm?
They didn't discontinue
Well,
those?
I don't know.
They're
Did
still
they?
around? I don't know. I was asking.
Oh, the pretzel ones weren't bad either.
I can tell you what the most disappointing one was. The
Hmm.
almond. It was just gross. And I like a
Oh,
chocolate covered almond.
I
It was
don't
not
like
good.
almond at all.
That's true. You also don't like pecans either.
Hey, Max, no way.
So
My mom made,
got,
my mom made one of the most wonderful chest pie the other day, by the way, man. And that's
oh, those are so
have you
good.
ever had one of those? Oh, good Lord.
Yeah,
Now,
dude, if I brought you some of my mom's pralines, you'd have to pick the pecans out of them, not in front of her. It would really insult her. It wouldn't bother me any. I didn't make it. Knock yourself out. As a matter of fact, just pass the pecans back to me. I'll eat them. If you're
I do not like pecan pie either. It's too sweet.
Oh, yeah.
It just doesn't have the right texture. I don't like.
Oh well, then
pecan
you
pie.
would not like pralines, then, buddy, because that's like pretty much just sugar.
Praline. Yeah,
I
but
do like
those are
pralines and
pecans.
cream ice cream though.
They're great without pecans, though.
That's
pralines are great without pecans.
They are. I think they're great with pecans too. But yeah, they are
My
good.
mom, you know where they make those without pecans? Only in one place. Where my mom,
in the Riverwalk, right? That Riverwalk.
No,
does them, right?
only my mom makes them.
Only your mom? Okay.
That's by accident. She was making
And she calls
pralines.
them the Clobby batch and just
No,
makes them
when I
for
was
you?
a kid, she was making pecans all the time. I mean, pralines all the time. And then one day, I can't remember how young I was, but there was a big old bunch of them sitting on the side of all the other ones. And I guess she had less pecans than she did have of the, the fudge or whatever that you put the pecans in, right?
Yeah.
So I started going, eating because I hated pecans, the pieces with the big ones without pecans. I started loving that. So she started like making a little bit more every time, so I could, I would eat that. And she says, and when she would get mad at me though when I would call them pralines. She says, "Not pralines, they don't have pecans in them." I said, "I want them without pecans. And every year, eventually she got annoyed with me, so she stopped making them for a while. And said, "They're not pecans. I mean, they're not pralines if they don't have pecans in them." I said, "I don't care. I want some. I want some. I want those pecanless pralines." And you know what she said? "You can't have any." And you know why she said I couldn't have any more?
Is because you're a dumbass.
I couldn't argue with that.
Clobby, my brother doesn't like pecans either. My dad used to actually make homemade turtles. You know what a turtle is? Like the caramel. And he'd press the 4 pecans in it. And then he would melt chocolate over the stove and dip them. And he'd make them. But my little brother was so spoiled, right? It's like when I was growing up, it's like you eat what's on this plate and what's in front of you. And my mom would be, "Oh, the baby boy needs rice and gravy." So she would make rice and gravy just for him. So that's what my dad did, right? He didn't like pecans. So he just made he called them footless turtles. And what he did was, instead of putting the pecans, he would just take the caramel and dip it in the chocolate. And my brother would sit there and suck on them and everything.
Nice.
Spoiled. You could have had some of his, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Fanta, yeah, no, doctor's orders. I can't have caffeine, so if I don't want to end up in hospital or doctor's orders, I'm not supposed to have caffeine.
What kind of
So
soft
once
drinks you drink then now, brother?
I don't drink soft drinks anymore. I make tea. I drink, and I'll put.
Tea's loaded with caffeine, brother. You can't do that.
No, I have decaf. Everything's decaf.
Okay.
Or I'll have like a whole glass, like a big tall. I have like a 16-ounce or 20-ounce tumbler. One of those Tervis tumblers that I'm always drinking out of.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll fill like that, like 80% to 90% with water, and then 10% like orange juice or whatever juice I have. So I never drink anything like straight up now. I always have.
Except this week, this Christmas, you need to let yourself have some fun.
I'll have maybe once in a while I'll have a soda, but it's just And back when I grew up, we only had soda like Christmas and your birthday and Easter. That was only 3 times of the year you were allowed to have soda. It's to go with
that Easter candy. Well, dude,
Yeah,
when I stopped drinking about 15 years ago, I started calling myself a teetotaler, joking, But honestly, about 2 years ago, when a Dega outlaw told me, like, "Oh yeah, Pat, for inflammation, you got to give up artificial sweeteners." And I mean, I used to drink like, honestly, guys, 3 or 4 Diet Cokes a day it's not an over exaggeration. But now I'm pretty much I am pretty much a teetotaler, dude. I drink tea like with I'll put like a little bit of lemon in it and stuff, and I'm very used to it now. But that's what I drink. Yeah, I truly am now a teetotaler, or a nice bottle of Kentwood or Ozarka spring water. I like that. I'll do a little bit of fruit infusion sometimes, but that's about it. Yeah.
I'm getting there to try to be the same way, except for this week, I'm gonna say screw it. I'm gonna have a little fun because it's Christmas week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Well, what's your soft drink of choice, Claude? Because we know that hard liquor don't touch your lips. So
absolutely, cherry Coke. I love me a good cherry Coke, especially at Sonic or something where they put the cherries in it. You know?
And you drink real full-leaded Coke, right? You do not drink a Diet Coke. You will have a red can of. Okay.
I can't stand Diet Coke. I used to drink Diet Cokes all the time, and then I heard that they're just they're
more ones. Yes, what I heard was battery acid that makes your muscles inflame. Is what I was like, okay.
Aspartame.
Yes. Yep. I'll have one every once in a while. I can tell you this: on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I'll be having them.
What, Diet Coke?
Oh, it's something. Oh yeah, I'll pop some open. I just take some extra anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammation medicine.
Actually, I love cherry Coke, but except for recently having a few because I was on sort of a vacation a couple weeks ago, and then we got Christmas coming up. But before that, I almost, other than once every now and then, I would not touch any kind of soft drink ever. But I was pretty big on Arizona sweet tea. That's my.
Oh yeah, I like the.
Man, you go to Walmart, you can barely find it. By the way, it's always missing because everyone's buying it. You know.
Oh, and Lisa said she made a Yule log. Never again. Dry but pretty. You got to undercook that. You know, it's tricky. You know, my mom used to make a cake and she put brownie mix in it, and God, that would always. Or no, it was a cake and she put pudding mix in it. Pudding mix. I'm misspeaking.
Dude, you need to have a cake like Claudia's.
Oh, it was so good because it was so good because it was like it was never like it wasn't dry. You know, that's what you hate. It was like those dry cakes. So yeah, it was.
I haven't had chess cake in a while, man. I really want some now that you said that. It's been about a year. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
yeah. We were talking about TV, but now we're getting everyone to eat now.
What is it, dude? Is it only when I'm on that it devolves into food? You guys are making me look bad. Okay.
We were gonna do some food tonight. We always end up doing some food, but yeah, usually, yeah. Yeah, I can't have Earl Grey with cat. Well, I could have decaf Earl. I do drink decaf Earl Grey, actually. Yeah.
I just OD'd on a bunch of jelly babies myself, so I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I go to that store, that World Market store. I don't know if you have any near you. I went to get some jelly babies, and they're usually always different candies from British candy, all these other places of the world. But they run out of those pretty well. And I a couple different times, including this past time last night when I went to grab some, I was telling the girl there, they were part of them. They were missing. I couldn't find it. It looked like they were out, but they're on this corner over here. We have some more, but they do sell out a lot. And I explained to her why. She had no idea that it was because of a TV show called Doctor Who. But I said, that's why people.
And you're like, Doctor Who. She's like, who?
See, I said, exactly. Explain it to her. She go, oh, I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
Oh man, tell her she's got to watch the new 60th anniversary. That was awesome.
No. The girl never did anything to me.
No, wait. Let me tell you, Doctor Who gave me the best present I could have gotten this year, man. I watched that garbage, and I was not the least bit affected. I have finally reached that point, gentlemen, where it's like, you can't hurt me anymore. You can't hurt my feeling. I'm not disgusted. I'm not upset.
It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
That's what you said,
right?
That's right.
And do you know why? Because at the end of the day, all the good-looking girls are going to go with the rich guys from Can't Win a Pot. That's why.
Yes.
But no, seriously, I watch it. I'm like, this is pretty much exactly what I expected. You can't hurt me anymore. You've killed everything I loved.
True.
I'm going to live in the past, do whatever you want. I have books. I have 50 years prior for Doctor Who. Knock yourselves out. Make things come out of other things, people's things, and have at it. I'm done. I'm done, and I don't care anymore.
Indeediousness. I'm with you there, bro. Got my vote. Yeah.
Yes. And look, I'm passing on I'm doing the best thing you can do. I'm passing on to the next generation. This is my nephew's Christmas list. As a matter of fact, he just left to go get his brother from a Christmas party. This is what he's getting for Christmas, guys. Check this out. A 74 Gremlin, because he's into 70s. Yeah, it needs a lot of. We have one that's
Matchbox
like
car
shape. No, a real Gremlin. I'll send you guys some pictures of the white one that we have that's in great shape. And then guess what else he wanted?
Oh, here's a 74 Gremlin right here. Look at one.
There you go. Yeah,
did they go up in value now because of the movie, or did?
What's that?
Did they go up in value just because they're so old now, or and rusted away?
Well,
or
the one we got him was only $1,200, but it needs about $4,000 or $5,000 worth of work. But he's going to work on it. He wants to fix it up. The white one we got for a song, dude. We got that for like $4,000, and it's worth almost $10,000. But the guy had to get rid of it. So
yeah.
But the white one's pristine. It's only got 60,000 miles on it, and the roof rack, original paint. It's gorgeous. And then the other things, he's always been Mark, you know what kid this is? This is the one that you told me what to go get him when he got into sandblasting a couple years ago. And we went to Harbor Freight and got him like this. Well, he and his brothers bought a little building in Old Gretna, and he's going to run a sandblasting thing while he's in school and joining I could kill him for this. He's going to in May, he's going to join the frickin' Coast Guard reserves. I guess if he had to join the service, that'd probably be the least benign one that they're not going to send
cousins in the Coast Guard reserves, yeah.
Foreign land, but he's really into like meteorology and stuff. And then he wrote on the list, he's like, I really want this. Star Trek, the original series on DVD. Star Trek, The Next Generation on Blu-ray. No DS9, no Voyager, maybe Enterprise, because I haven't seen it. I was like, ooh,
wow, good man.
Enterprise, guys, he's never seen. And look, I'm telling you all this right now. Breaking news on Mark's Sunday Night Show. I am not only going to watch, because I only saw the first episode of Enterprise, and I'm like, I'm out. Klingons dying in grain silos. I'm tapping out. I'm not watching this. But now I've heard so much, and there's so much bad out there. It's like, if there's even the slightest chance that this will be good. So I'm actually going to watch Enterprise with him, and I shall make my triumphant return in a few months.
There you go.
A few short months, yes, the Saturday night, yeah.
I liked it. I mean, the first episode I thought has a lot of good in it. Wasn't big on what they did with the Klingons or the Temporal Cold War, that kind of stuff, but it still had a lot of good stuff in it, I thought. And Archer's pretty cool. He's a real captain.
I got all excited too. My friend told me the other day that Jeffrey Combs is in episodes.
Oh God, yeah, he's one of the best characters. He's an Andorian.
Yeah,
he's an Andorian. Recurring character. Love him.
I got to meet him this summer. So yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wait, Jeffrey Combs or an Andorian?
Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, and he said something. What did he say? Pink skin. Yeah, he called me a pink skin.
Oh, you pink skin
on the autograph. yeah, on the autograph. He's like,
he calls Archer pink skin.
This is for you, pink skin. Yeah, whatever.
Nice.
Yeah. It was great.
Very cool.
But Fanti says, he drinks a lot more tea than coffee, but I combine cappuccino with hot chocolate. I'd probably take out Marc D with a C. Yeah, I do like putting hot chocolate in coffee once in a while or mixing it up. That's not bad. Yep. And yeah, and everyone's drinking bottled water now. Yeah, like even the 80s, you'd say, yeah, if you someday you're gonna pay for bottled water. Yeah. Garth Algar reports theft of his beloved custom AMC Gremlin. yeah, mocha. And hail to the Stream Element spot, reminding everyone to subscribe and clobber like. Yeah, what is the 74 Gremlin worth now? Let's see.
Wouldn't think they'd be worth a lot.
They're not worth a ton, Mark. Like I said, we bought two of them from. We own two that we paid less than $7,000 for.
They run?
Oh yeah, dude. I'll send you pictures of the white one. It's pretty cherry, man. It's we've registered it to be in a movie, man. So that's kind of cool.
Wow.
Well,
but I don't know.
But these are pretty expensive, though. Look,
I heard
16 grand
about renting your cars out to movies that they can kind of trash them and stuff. So
we've sold a couple people making movies down there, but never rented them. So.
Right.
They're not cheap. Look at this one sold for 50 grand. Must be a special Gremlin.
But there's got to be something special.
But look at the range, though.
It's restored, though. Well, it can't be cheap to restore those things, so they got to cost a little bit. One would think.
I guess-
hey guys, listen. I'm gonna
That's the
hop
average.
off real quick. Mark, I'm gonna send the pictures to you in
Okay.
an X, and then I'll hop back on, and I'll plug this.
Sounds
damn
good.
phone in too. All right, I'll be right back.
Let me go check my X. Yep. Not my X, but
Hey,
X. Yep.
By the way, did you see Michael's new video? It's hilarious. You see it?
No, what does he got?
About Funkos.
Oh, how much he loves.
About how much he loves them, yeah. Seriously. I'm not kidding. It's about how I learned to stop hating Funkos. I learned to love Funkos now. You know, he loves them.
Awesome.
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
It's not April Fool's.
Done, Ranger of Power. It's really good. It's a hilarious video. And he's already lost some subs over it, so you know it's good.
It's good. Yeah. Let me find. Let's see who had sent the pictures of the. That's here shrimp. There we go. Oh wow, these are nice. Yeah. Well, let me. I think I can just roll these over and share them. Let's see. Open a new tab. Yeah, I think I can just do like this. Let's see. So let me show. How can I show these? Let's see without showing my messages. Oh, that's a nice sweet gremlin. Sweet gremlin. Yep. Let's see here. Open a new tab. That's the best way to open a new tab. Open a new tab. Yeah, Garth is gonna be mad. You got his car, but it's funny how the Gremlin was considered a POS car. I mean, it was just a cheapo. No offense to Gremlin lovers, but it wasn't a super duper sports car. So here's Pat's. Can you guys see? Oh, let me see. No, it went back. Oh. Let me close that. When I brought it over, it didn't go in the new tab. What's going on here? Let me just save them all. Let me save them all. Save images. I apologize while I do this. Let me save this under Pat S. But yeah, it was Garth. Yeah, it was starting a live skit. Yeah, we're not worthy.
He had a pacer, didn't he?
He had a pacer. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Garth had a pacer.
Yeah. All right, let's. Let me save all these.
You're back.
I am.
Sorry,
This is a 1970, gents. So this is the first one.
Oh, wow. The first one.
A true car of the 70s. I believe the first ones came out like at the back end of 69, maybe mid 70, and the last ones produced and were being sold were in 79. So
Matthew Pounder. Hey, Matthew.
Hello, Matthew. So let me get all these saved into a folder. I think I got them. All right.
Did you guys find any more cool snack cakes while I was gone?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we just gained 10 pounds while you were
trying to cut down.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right.
Mark, did you know there's a chocolate covered Twinkie? It's called the Chocodile.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's the same kind of chocolate
Just
that you find like on a King Dong or a
King Dong, Ding Dongs,
or a Ho-Ho.
There were King Dongs in some places, but they were actually called Ding Dongs down here.
That's right. But don't forget, Mark's in Connecticut, so I have to say it properly.
Connecticut.
Mark, when y'all eat your King Dongs in Connecticut, do you hold your pinky up?
Oh yeah, and we asked Muffy to bring over the next one. Yeah, bring over the next dong. Yep.
The next dong. We shall have it. We shall have our tea served with saucers.
All right, here we go. I finally got it. Sorry for all the work there.
Yeah.
But there's the mean gremlin. But what's in it? Is it inline 4 or it's what did they put in the gremlin? Is it 4
No, I think
cylinder?
it's a 6, dude.
Oh, it was.
It's pretty loud, brother. Yeah.
I thought it was a 4, wasn't it? Maybe not.
Well, I mean,
It
they're
was
probably
coming-
different models, right?
different types.
I was gonna say, yeah. There's some.
I would assume the 4 back then, but I don't know.
Now, Mark, what's interesting? Like, stop here for a second. All right.
Yep.
That looks like a hatchback, right, guys?
Looks like a Captain America sticker on the back too.
You like that, huh? It's actually only the window opens up, and that's the piece that you're going to get, other than engine work, that breaks the most, right? Because it's those little thin, spindly things that holds it up. So the whole back doesn't open up; it's just the glass.
Yeah, just the glass. Yeah, they did cars like that a lot of time. Yeah,
and there's actually some that are like cargo cars, which means there's a real teeny little back seat. And then there's some actually that have another seat back there. So you can fit like 6 people in this thing. It's ridiculous. But see that little silver thing, dude? That's the gas cat. And it has a little gremlin on it.
That's so cool. Yeah. And Wes Cagle sent a car photo. I'm assuming it's okay to show the car that you're looking for, Wes Cagle. Yep. And I'm trying to find the photos of the Liberator that were sent to me.
Now, what's interesting is when the boys drive this around, and keep in mind the boys are 16 to 21 now. The oldest one just turned 21 about 10 days ago. They've been stopped about 3 times by the cops. Do you know why? The cops wanted to take pictures with the car.
Take a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're like, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. We just tell us a little bit about your car.
Otherwise they're gonna arrest you.
Yeah.
You don't let us take a car. Yeah.
No, they're like, where's your third brake light at? We don't see it in the back window.
It doesn't have one. It's before.
Do you know for older cars like this though, you can actually buy one that's like.
I did put one on my Mustang. I did put one on my Mustang. Yeah. Although it's not obviously not original equipment, but. I didn't. I figured it was safer. It reduces the chance of getting rear-ended. So my car is just standard.
We're gonna invest in some. The trick is to have this other one fixed up, and they actually want to bring 3 of them down. There's a big thing on the coast, Mark, with old cars that they do.
Yeah,
and like the Biloxi area, around where the casinos are now. It used to be at the old Gulf Coast Coliseum. It's at one of the casinos now. And I was saying, if y'all are going to bring that down there and go down I-10 with it, you got to get that portable. Well, I think it's called a portable light, little brake light, and you just wire it in, right, dude? Kind of goes directly into the back.
Yeah, you just wire it into the brake lights, or I mean,
you can unplug them and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty.
You just
cool.
wire right into the brake lights. Yeah, mine is permanent or whatever, but it's just
right.
It's yeah. So I'm trying to find the. I think there were a bunch of Liberators that were done. And someone had sent me the I think maybe this is it. Let's see here. Let's see. Just because I'm remembering that. I don't want to forget. And then I'll show another car here too. But this is the Liberator. That's a really, really cool Lego version.
Nice.
That's
I think we showed on the clubhouse.
I can't believe they made that with Legos and it's that smooth. It's so hard to not have stuff, kind of edgy with Legos. Because I'm assuming that's not a kit, right? They didn't.
No, that's a custom made.
That together, right? Bought piece. That's amazing.
Yep. So it's a custom. So FKHC 2005 had sent that.
Nice.
I don't know if it's the same exact link, but he sent me some photos. But
can you take your mouse and point to exactly where Avon lives?
He lives right here.
Right there.
Where's Lord Toth when we need him?
Well, the ship is massively huge too, so it's it's not a small.
Really?
Small ship.
Give me a comparison to another ship. Like,
well, I think did they say it was like 5 times bigger than the Enterprise? The Enterprise, I think it's.
Who said that?
I'm trying to remember, but I know it was like bigger than the Enterprise. I thought it was bigger.
I think it's a little bit bigger, but it's close. Yeah. But it's not like I don't know about 5 times bigger. But,
which Enterprise?
We'll never know because we'll never actually come out and said it. But
Yeah, I don't know if they had detailed manuals. Like the Enterprise, I think is 435 feet long or something like that. But I don't. It's a massive. Supposed to be a massive.
There is a
size,
ship
yeah.
comparison chart out there that blends different, compares ships from different genres and stuff. But I don't. And I've seen it, but it's been a while.
And
well,
they
someone's saying
right?
200 meters. Someone's saying 200 meters. I assumed it was always really, really big, but I don't know if they actually had the scale. Let's see. Let's see if I do images here.
Is it bigger than the Firefly class?
Oh yeah, way bigger than that. The Firefly ship's tiny compared to something like the Enterprise.
Right? Yeah. But I think the Liberator was.
The Serenity would fit in the shuttle bay of the Enterprise.
There's actually, have you ever seen that on YouTube? The guy that does the comparisons, he does it with the 3D thing, and it'll be like creatures from different movies, and it'll be like
the size,
Godzilla next to and then for scale, he'll put like the Empire State Building in, or a blue whale, or a man standing.
Yeah, but I'd love to find out if I could get that kit or the instructions to make that. Yeah, that would be really cool. Yep. So there's more of the Gremlin. Yeah. So let's see what engines came in the Gremlin. Let's see.
Yeah, look it up and see, because I cannot honestly tell you.
Let's AMC Gremlin. Okay, let's pull this over.
Look up 1970, Mark.
Well, I'm just going to show the generic Gremlin.
There we go. I would venture to say it probably didn't change much. There might be certain ones that they did like,
Yeah. Let me take the Sunday Night Geekery banner off while we're doing this. And I've been missing the comments. I got to catch up to the comments. But while I'm looking for that,
yeah,
I like that.
Oh yes. So here's shorted Hornet platform and economy car competed with the Chevrolet Vega, which my mom had. We had a Vega station wagon. I've shown that in some pictures. And the Ford Pinto, Volkswagen Beetle, and Toyota Corolla. Yep. Well, that's a new Corolla. My mom drove a Toyota Corolla for years. Then she got the Vega. 671,000 over its production. And here are the engines. So it had a straight 4 from. Oh, it's a Volkswagen straight 4. It was made by Volkswagen VW. One of the engines. Okay, so they probably bought that engine for a cheap engine. Then they had a 200 straight 6. That's basically my Mustang engine that I have. It's of course that's AMC's version, but that looks like my Mustang engine, which is a pretty big straight 6. Actually, it's a really good engine. That straight 6.
Yeah,
nice balance. Yeah,
I think that one has a 6, guys. That's what I was told. So.
Okay, and then they crammed a V8 in there. Wow,
that's ridiculous.
V8, yeah. Wow. That must have been a limited edition. And then they also had a 258 cubic inch V6. The engine in my Mustang, which is a massive car, is a 200. Is it 200 cubic inch or 250 cubic inch? I think it's 250. God, I'm forgetting now. My Mustang knowledge is getting a little rusty. Engine 6, inline 6. I think there's only. That was 250 cubic inches. Yeah. Oh, mine is a 200, and then they stroked it to 250. That's right. That's why I was going with the 200 and the 250. Yeah. So the first gen 67 was 250. Excuse me, 200. That's mine is the 200, and then they put it in for 1970. They went to 250. But I have glass pack mufflers on mine, so it's pretty damn loud. Oh, it's the AMC GT version. Yep. Pretty cool. Gremlin X. And there's a Gremlin logo. Yeah, like the Mustang has this. Max was saying, Mustang has the pony on the gas cap too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually 3 Gremlins in the car. There's the gas cap. There's one in the glove box. I think the glove box knob. and then you could actually get, I think maybe it was a special order, but it was only like $10 more. The cigarette lighter had the gremlin on it.
Had the gremlin on it, yeah.
Check out that green. Oof.
Yeah.
Green.
That's probably worth more
Man.
money now. Yeah.
Wow.
With the roof.
I remember these.
Yep.
Remember them very well.
Yeah, it's fun. It's nostalgia. Yeah, people love them. Yeah. So yeah, as you said, Pat, 70 to 78. Yeah. As the first of the new domestic subcompact cars, the Gremlin's been the most talked about car since introduction. Sales for the first year were 25,000. What did they say about it? The quality of the vehicle is good. Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Well, yeah, because that's when the gas crunch was coming. So, back in 70, there wasn't the gas crisis, but then was 72 the first gas crunch?
The exact year I can't tell you, but I do remember
73.
all those times with all the the energy crisis they used to call it, and all the gas lines. And
yeah,
I can't give you an exact year, but I remember it very well because I was a kid, but I was I was old enough to hear everybody talking about it and seeing the gas lines on TV mostly, even in town sometimes.
Yeah, I think the first one was let's see, first gas crisis. Let's see. I think it was 72 or 73. Let's see. All right, 73, October 73. That's when OPEC had the oil embargo. Yep. Over the Yom Kippur War. Yep. So 73 oil crisis. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah. So I mean, but back these cars didn't get great gas mileage, but they still got better gas mileage than the gas. Back then it was 21 miles a gallon, 25, 23 for the Pinto. So it wasn't a super efficient car, but compared to some of the gas guzzlers back then, and now with the computers and all the emissions controls, and engines are so much more fuel efficient now. That's a beautiful looking car. Yeah. So when did you get this, Pat?
That was bought about 7 or 8 months ago. When the boys
you've been
were
looking, and you've been looking for one, or
yeah, the gearhead kids really, and guys, honestly, if you got to be into a 70s car, this is like the one to be, right? Because you can get these a lot cheaper. He's just he's a weird kid. This is the one that's like, he likes Spock best from Star Trek, and he likes Data, and he likes Odo, so he's like one of those kind of guys and stuff. And he just likes AMC products. That's his thing. And I was like, I don't think I've ever met a person, even an older person, that's like, I'm an AMC guy. Who the hell ever said that? Yeah. But he is, and good for him, man.
Look, he's gonna want a Pacer next. So.
Yeah.
Big bubble car. Right. As long as it's not a Pinto, Clobby. I don't want him blowing up. Dude, my old man was a Ford guy, but boy, Ford has had some real shoes in their past, man. Well,
the poster's $21, but I hate that when you click on it. Let's go to the images here. Okay. But here's so my friend in college had a blue one of these. It's a great looking car, the Javelin. That's probably going to be the next car that he wants. Yeah. So my buddy in college had one, but he had the. I think he had the spoiler on the back. Did they have a spoiler? Yeah, he had the spoiler. Nice. That was a big engine in that car. Yeah. And I guess they're saying it's affordable today. I guess all these cars have gone up, older it gets. But that's just a really good looking car. It's obviously a riff on the pony car. Nothing wrong with that. Camaro and Mustang and the Javelin, but no one. And I always liked the hump that the Javelin had here on this car. It was really, really nice. Yep. Matthew says, yeah, back when cars had personality. Yep. So, this is what. His car was was pretty close to that, not in that good a shape. Was sitting in a college lot up at UConn, but it was a fast car too, and a big V8 in there. Yeah. So good, nice stuff. Yeah. So AMC, they had that station wagon too. don't know if I just do AMC cars if they show the Eagle. Yeah, so the Eagle is one of the first four-wheel drive cars available. I think as a like a station wagon. Oh, that's nice. Yep. Yeah, the Eagle. I don't think it did that well though, but that was a big. I guess you could call that the first crossover almost in some way. That AMC Eagle, right? You remember that one, Clyburn Times, right?
I remember that station wagon. We had a couple on our lot once for a while.
Yeah,
in the 70s, my dad's lot.
But it was unusual because it was a 4x4, right? Wasn't it a 4x4?
That one there?
Yeah. If I remember,
all-wheel drive is what they didn't really call them 4x4s, did they?
Yeah, all-wheel drive or yeah.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. You could be right. I don't remember that much.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive wagon. I don't know if you're right. It could have been all-wheel drive versus, I don't know if it was select, like the Jeep.
We had one of those bigger Chrysler wagons for a while. 4-wheel drive. There you go.
Yeah.
Eagle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Automatic transmission, yeah, and four-wheel drive. Yep. Yeah, but it was just an interesting, it was ahead of its time in terms of SUV market. But yeah, so and then this was the car that West Cagle was looking for, and my girlfriend in college had one of those, but it was a Rabbit, not the convertible though. It's a
Volkswagen
nice car,
Rabbit.
Yeah. And my cousin always had Rabbits. Yeah, my grandmother drove a Jetta. So yeah, it was a fun car. Yeah, she had a diesel Rabbit, and that thing got good gas mileage. It was tough to start in the winter, but yeah, stick shift. Yep.
My first car, I should have kept that thing. I'd probably still be driving it to this day. Was a 4-door Maverick, Ford Maverick.
Yeah,
and that thing was built to last, brother. I never had any problem with it. And my old man was real big on whatever car you own. You got to be able to change the oil and the filters and the belts and stuff. So I knew how to do all that. And I stupidly sold it so I could get a newer car because I was engaged and I got a job teaching.
Responsible.
I'm such an idiot. I should have just kept that. I was so dumb because I neither teach no more, and that girl's married to somebody else now.
Oh, man.
She gave me back the ring, brother.
Well, there you go. my favorite car from this period of time was my 76 El Camino.
Yes,
I didn't get it until, of course, it was a few years old back in the early 80s when I started driving. But like mid 80s, actually, there was already. El Caminos they have a real specialty niche type of fandom.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but that's like a 76 right there, maybe.
Yeah. See, Claudia, if I asked my daddy for that, he'd be like, "No."
Mine was that color too. Oh my God, that's my. It was. Yeah, I think that's the color scheme. It was. Yeah, it was.
Did you plant flowers in the back?
It was blue and yes, no, I did.
You know what that joke is from, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. No, it wasn't. I didn't have a white hood though.
That was a bad Bill Clinton joke, everyone.
Yeah, I know. It was a Bill Clinton joke. Ugh. He did have an El Camino, yeah.
It was a David Letterman told the joke, I believe, too. Yeah.
You don't want to know why, he said. Yeah, he said, well, I had an El Camino and I had an AstroTurf in the back. You don't want to know why. I said, no, we don't. But it was that, from the side, it was like that, but I didn't have a white hood, though. It was all blue, darker blue. But that's weird.
Well, it's a lighter blue. Unless it's a custom.
Yeah, that's a light. Mine was a darker blue.
I don't know if it's a custom
but
paint.
It did have
I don't know El Camino's that much, but.
Oh, man, I loved it.
The worst part is
car,
Claudia's dad bought him that to hurt his feelings because Claudia told his dad, I want a car big enough for me to fit all my friends in so I could drive them around. And his daddy got him that. That's just mean.
Yeah. I'm writing that down. It may be funny one day. You never know. So you never know.
Come on, dude.
I'm writing it down just in case, dude. Or if it's funny one day, I want to. If it's funny one day, I want to be able to brag about how I was there first to hear it.
That's harsh. All right. I'll spread it around. I'll let you know what kind of response you get.
Let me know if you get. Yeah, I mean, because I want to be sure. By the way, really hates when I say that after he says something that he thinks funny. It's minimus. He hates that.
Yeah.
I do that to him all the time. So,
I take the shotgun approach to humor, brother. I just shoot it all out the barrel. Some of it hits great. If not, hey.
Oh, it was quite lovely. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
But Larry, they're stopping the Camaro? I thought they were going to keep the Camaro going.
Really?
It's like an electric car, yeah.
Oh, I totaled a beautiful 81 Camaro.
That's sad.
It wasn't my fault, though. The guy pulled up in front of me. I was doing about 45 on Florida Boulevard. Whammo, right into the, nothing I could do going through the light. In fact, I busted my knees up, but I locked my arms, and that, if you know how hard that steel is of that steering
you bent
wheel,
it?
I bent the steering wheel all the way down. Of course, I was about 17 years old, so I was a big, strong kid.
Ooh.
I busted my knees up in my head, but that steering wheel, it bent. And I guess if it hadn't, I would have been in a lot of trouble.
Did you do the thing where you like feel okay, and then the next morning you woke up and it felt like
pretty much
with baseball bat?
Yeah. Guy just ran the red light, run across, and I just bam T-boned him. And he had a guy he had his brother sitting in the passenger seat too.
Were they
because you're a
injured?
dumbass.
Yes, it was my fault. So you aimed that at the wrong driver. But yes, not. I guess they're okay for all I know. But I love that Camaro. It's a blue V28.
I take it was totaled after that, right?
Oh,
okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember what you got after that?
Well, see, this was I was driving stuff up my even the El Camino. We weren't allowed to go out and just buy our own car because we all worked on my dad's lot.
Right.
So he wanted us to drive cars off the lot for a little while to get them, and then when he would sell them, he'd put us in something else. So for a while there, just because I worked in the car business, I just drove something different all the time. But sometimes it would let me, I'd drive it for a year or so, or a number of months, and it would feel like it's mine,
Yep.
Like the El Camino.
Now, this is the best looking Ford Maverick I've ever seen, I think.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That nice, yeah, with the paint job and the wheels. Yep.
Mine was two-tone, blue and white. Four-door Ford Maverick.
You're a Maverick.
I usually had trucks, though. I've always been a truck guy, so I've had some cars, but I like trucks.
I really
Did James Garner drive a Ford Maverick?
Nope. Who drove that?
No, he did not.
A 79 Firebird, wasn't it?
Yeah. And didn't they update it after that? Like he would get a new one every year, or
on the show he blew it up
season 3 or something. Yeah,
it was crashed and blown up and all this stuff on the show a bunch of times, and he ended up always got the guy to fix it.
Yeah,
which was no way.
Brian Hepburn says I had a guy racing, another guy ran me while I stopped at the light. Nothing left of the car. Oh my God, jeez.
Good grief.
Bobby,
that show was such a big seller and promoter for that vehicle that they would just give it the production the vehicle. Like they had 3 or 4 of them on set at any given time.
Yep.
For Gardner to drive, yeah. They were just they were happy. It's like the free advertising, right? Because it was the cool cat.
I love that car, man. I love the Rockford car. Oh, I love it.
Would you live in his trailer though?
Mm-hmm.
It's on a beach, man. It's pretty nice. Next to a really cool taco stand.
It'll fit in my trailer. That's nice. Look at that.
Mercury Cougar. It's basically a Mustang. Just the body work change.
Another fun thing about watching those old shows is seeing these old cars.
Yeah.
Looking brand new when you watch those shows,
Yep.
Give me a Mannix car with a phone in it.
Mannix. There you go. That phone.
How did our host feel about classic long body top fuel dragsters? I'm not a big drag racing fan, but I appreciate it, and once in a while watch it. Or back in the days when I'd flip through channels and come across some drag racing. I think it's really cool. It's amazing tech, but it never really never really grabbed me, but it's damn impressive and dangerous.
Dragsters? You mean RuPaul? Oh,
the engine kinds club.
Remember the Monty Python drag races?
Yeah.
Probably my favorite drag race movie would be Heart Like a Wheel, the Shirley Muldowney movie.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
I only remember that because that's when we got HBO, and HBO would show like the same 8 movie. That's why I saw Blue Thunder so many times. It's like, oh, Blue Thunder's on again. Great. I love Roy Schneider.
Got the last Camaro. God.
Oh, that's not a Camaro.
6 release car, the conversion 2024. It's a damn cool car, though.
The $100,000 probably or more.
Yeah. Ooh.
Wow. Let's see.
Did you ever own a Camaro, Mark? Did you ever grow your mullet out real long, dude?
No, never had a mullet.
Get some Cavaricci pants and one of those unisex blouses and drive your Camaro down to the mall, pick up mall chicks.
Never did that.
Hey,
Never
bro.
did that.
Hey, Rob, you want to take a ride in the Camaro? Yeah.
I thought they were cooler than Corvettes, really. I never liked driving Vets much.
Yep. Anyway, let's close out Reacher. We digress, but
2 hours later.
Hours later, yeah. But we're all giving that a thumbs up. So Reacher's a thumbs up.
How long do I have to wait till there's 5 episodes in the can? Because that's when I want to see it.
I think they're going to drop on Thursdays. They say they're going to drop,
but one at a time.
One at a time, I think. No, yeah.
But I like watching this stuff not all at once. I have to say. I mean, it's like when you get the apple pie in the fridge and you're not supposed to eat it all in one sitting. It's better just to have one piece a day, right? I mean,
I absolutely understand why they do it this way because they release the other one all at once. But I like to have it all at once.
Hey, Rod.
D.
Reacher says, yeah. But I mean, it's just sometimes too you get fatigue watching the show, not because the show is good or bad. Like watching One Piece. I'm like, oh, just one more episode. And sometimes like Daredevil too. Like I watched it all in one day, like one weekend and over the night.
I enjoyed doing that though. Yeah, when it's over, you feel crappy, but.
Yeah, and then sometimes like you're falling asleep and you're like, oh, just one more episode, and you can't. I think you can digest the show a lot better, and then it sinks in better too. I mean, yeah, there's nothing stopping you from going back to watching again, but I think in some ways it's better to. And you don't nitpick the show as much too. I think because you're kind of forgetting.
That's definite because I got to tell you something. I went back and watched a couple of episodes of Wednesday. I don't think that show was as good as we thought it was, dude. That show's kind of silly and dumb when you think of it. Like it was hyped. I think we just wanted something that was fun, nonsensical. It certainly wasn't real PC and stuff. So I think that's kind of why we enjoyed it. But overall, it's not really a great show. It's a good show with a pretty girl and so. But I mean, it's not a great show, right? And you liked it, didn't you, Mark? I liked it when I first saw it, but I'm like, this isn't as good as I thought it was.
Oh, what show? What show?
Wednesday.
Oh, I know. I love Wednesday. No, that was good. I thought it was good. I haven't rewatched it, and maybe I streamed that too much. And West Kegel. So we went from this show to food to cars and back. Yes, we're random here.
And now to Wednesday, like it's the middle of the week.
We're random. Yeah, we're very random. Yep. But I just wanted to realize we were talking about this, and Reach, and Garner was a big time driver. Yep.
And Steve McQueen.
Yep.
They were buddies.
One at a time keeps the show relevant for long. Yeah, I think it does too. There's more discussion about the show. Like One Piece, I think would have dominated for even longer. And it's smart. They dropped the first 3, so you get like a mini movie to start it, and then each week you're waiting for that next episode. So you just get that flash. But maybe they think people aren't going to keep watching it, so they. But if it's a good show and you like it, you're gonna go back. So I think Wednesday.
I understand why they do it. I get it. I do. I think probably ultimately it's the best, but I'm always going to be a Reacher fan, so I'll watch it whether you drop it all at once or not. So
yeah. But I like it spread out like that because then I don't binge it, because then you get to know it. Yeah, you get to see each week, and you look forward to it, and then you can always go back and binge it again. But
Wes Cagle.
sometimes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say no. I love you got to watch the director's cut of Daredevil.
No, don't watch the director's cut like he says. Watch the Charlie Cox Daredevil show. That's nothing to do with Ben Affleck, and that's a really good show.
But back when that was the only Daredevil you could get. Jennifer Garner, my God, she was so much of a better actress and fighter. You could tell because she was on the show Alias that she'd, much better technique. Ben was pretty good as Batman, I thought so. Years later, but yeah, just that scene on the seesaw with Affleck and Garner, you can just tell who's the more skilled, fighter, or had been done a lot more training. But yeah, that the Daredevil movie, the first one, made more than the Marvels. And that was
really
good.
wow.
Yeah,
I can believe it.
Well, domestically, yeah, it cracked $100 million domestically. And that was back in 95 or something when that came out. So, and there was a lot of hype about that movie coming out. I mean, that was
Daredevil?
The Daredevil movie, yeah.
2003 or 4, somewhere around.
Yeah, no, there was a pretty big deal of hype because you had two big stars, Garner and Affleck, big stars. And I took the better half to see that on Valentine's Day with my sister and her either boyfriend or husband at the time, like her boyfriend. And so they thought it was okay. The humor. All right, we'll go see this with you, Mark. Yeah, but they cut the romance out in the director's cut, so it was much better. It's a better version of the movie. It's not perfect by any means, but it's a much better version. Yeah, well, Daredevil would have saved the guy on the railroad tracks. He never would have let the guy die on the railroad tracks. So.
Yeah.
I want a Daredevil episode where the Submariner just beats a snot out of him for an hour. That would be a great episode.
Yep, I would watch that.
It looked like a guy could take the Rock and win. Yeah, I think he could. And he's got to be younger than the Rock too. The Rock is getting.
Oh, he's way younger.
Yeah.
Did you say you saw some? Were you supposed to? Other than this, you wanted to talk about some Eddie Murphy thing?
Yeah. I was going to talk about. Well, first of all, I've only seen the first 2 episodes of Monarch, so I apologize. They've been pretty bad.
I heard it's been. I heard that was terrible.
Yeah, this is pretty mostly lame. I'm going to say Eddie Murphy is just so damn talented.
Not this. I mean, Monarch.
Oh, Monarch. Yeah, I've only watched the first. I thought the first 2 episodes were good.
I haven't heard anything about this.
Yeah, so this was on Amazon Prime as well. So Amazon Prime had a big.
It's a movie or a show?
It's a movie, so it's a
movie.
2-hour movie.
I'm going to tell you the weirdest part about it, Clobby, that really kind of takes you out of it. Eddie Murphy's like what now, guys? 60?
Yeah.
Is that right? 60, 61?
58.
Close, somewhere. He's younger than me.
He looks great for his age, I think.
And he does look great for his age, but it's just so weird. Like, he's got, like, these little kids. And they're like, oh, my oldest is about ready to go to Notre Dame and stuff. And I'm just like, no, Eddie, your grandkids maybe. But it's just like that takes you out of it a little bit. And I think if you lose your job, like the first thing you're going to do is start thinking like, how can we consolidate money? Not like, let's go out and start buying, prefabbed candy canes and stuff like, that's what kind of took me out of it. But it's benign. It's certainly not dirty Eddie Murphy, that's for sure. It's
as I'm watching, yeah. So Wes Cagle has proved his thesis here. I think Raquel would approve. He said Ben ruined the Pearl Harbor story, ruined Jack Bryan, he ruined Daredevil, he ruined Batman, the man with celluloid cancer.
I'm not a fan of his either, so you don't get an argument out of me.
I didn't mind him. I didn't mind him as Daredevil. He's not great in Daredevil, but he's as Batman. Well, that's another whole subject. I think his portrayal of Batman was good, but he just wasn't given good material.
Michael Bay actually ruined Pearl Harbor, though.
Yeah. Well, and look, how bad do you have to be in the worst Kevin Smith movie? That tells you something right there. That's how bad Affleck is.
But as far as Murphy's concerned, actually what concerns me about him is, did you see the trailer for Beverly Hills Cop 4?
I saw it, but half paid attention to it. Maybe I'll.
I
scroll
honestly
through
thought
that.
when I first heard that Tom Connors was joking. I really did not believe it until somebody's like, "There's a trailer," and I'm like, "What?"
I don't know. They're talking about how maybe a bait and switch because the trailer doesn't make it look awful. I'm a huge fan of the original film. The second movie, watch it just because he's in it, and I don't think it's nearly as good as the first. But I'll even
good family
watch the
aspect
third
in there
one.
with the
third one, not you think of the third one.
Oh, I'm thinking the third one. Okay,
but I'll even don't mind the third one like a lot of people do, but that first one, and so that means a lot to me to see them. If they just make something halfway decent, but I think they're probably bait and switching. I don't know, but the trailer doesn't make it look half bad. But I don't have Netflix, so I can't watch it anyway. Why is it going to be on Netflix? Put it in movie theaters.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, they do this to get big money. You pay big money and get people to go to their streaming services. So
they should put it on Amazon then. I have that.
Yeah.
They don't have Netflix anymore.
Well, there might be a solution, but let me talk about this for a few minutes.
Yes.
So Donnie says, actually, Eddie has 10 kids and the youngest is 5 years old.
Yeah, but
in real life,
Eddie Murphy, guys. Eddie
in
Murphy
real life,
is a star. Yeah, Eddie Murphy can afford to have 10 kids. The guy in Candy Cane Lane cannot afford to have 10 children.
Well, let me give the setup for this movie. So there's this Candy Cane Lane, I guess they're in California, where, no offense, California, it just never seems like Christmas unless it's snowing and cold. But they're living on this lane, and these are mild spoilers. Which, and if you,
it's all in the trailer. You see the first 5
trailer.
minutes,
So they're living in the street where I guess they have a big competition every Christmas. On Candy Cane Lane is the name of the street, and I don't know if they changed the street name because everyone goes nuts over decorating their house for Christmas there on Candy Cane Lane in El Segundo, or if it's because it was named Candy Cane Lane. Everyone decided to decorate their house like crazy. The guy from one of the guys from Party Down is his goofy neighbor across the street with all the blow ups. What's the actor's name from Party Down? I can't remember his name.
I can't either, but he's kind of the heavy dork guy that I think ends up being like the last season. He's like in charge or something. Yeah.
He's the dorky guy. Or this is. Oh, I guess Candy Cane Lane is a real thing in California. Oh, I guess. I see. What do I know? They didn't even explain that.
Never heard of it.
Candy Cane Lane. Maybe it's a street where people go crazy decorating if someone in the chat knows, it looks like Candy Cane Lane in El Segundo is maybe that's where everyone goes crazy decorating their houses for real. All right, so you learn something every day. But they should have said that in the movie too, like
that would have been a nice preface. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, to say like Candy Cane Lane, maybe they'd had something at the end. You know what happens too with these stupid movies? I shouldn't say stupid movies, stupid streaming services. I hate it when the credits are rolling, then they shrink the credits down to like the small little screen and show the big screen.
You got to click on
what's coming up next.
And
like 80% of the time, I click on the GD thing that's coming next, and I want to go watch the credits because I'm a credit watcher, and then I got to go back to end of the movie, end of the movie again.
The interface is
swearing at the
terrible.
TV.
I hate that. Same way.
Bastages. It's like, or do what's coming next at like the end of the credits. It's
agreed.
Drives me crazy.
That's
very annoying.
Mark, an interesting aside. I grew up at a time where the Chicken King of New Orleans had this house in Kenner, which is like a suburb of New Orleans.
Oh, Copeland.
He would decorate, right, Clobby? He'd decorate his house, and his neighbors hated it.
Oh, yeah, Al Copeland.
Yeah, so when Copeland decided he was going to sell it, I think he moved to the North Shore.
He created Popeyes.
Yeah,
the chicken
Popeyes.
thing.
That's right, and the Cheesecake Factory, or something like that.
You're right. That's right.
He ended up donating all of these lights, Mark, to our city park, and City Park has like this big. They called it at one time. It was called Christmas in the Eggs, but since you can't call anything Christmas anymore, so
I remember that.
Yep. But he had so many decorations, dude, that the park just like spread them out for people you could drive or walk through and see them. And what he would fit on that one lot of his house, which was a big house and a big double lot, don't get me wrong, fits through, what would you say, Chloe, about 2 miles of park?
At least.
And see and all that. So, and he had some neighbors get the fever, dude, and they would some of the neighbors hated it and like wanted him to sell his house, but some of the neighbors loved it and they would decorate it. And people would drive from the North Shore and stuff all around, right, Clobby, to go see Al Copeland's
it's a big
house.
deal. Every year it was. So he's passed on, but
Oh yes,
Big
he's no
deal.
longer. Yeah.
Yeah, so here, I guess this is based on a real thing. So Candy Cane Lane is set in El Segundo, where in real life, every year, folks from all over come to visit the Christmas displays. Reggie Hudlin, the film's director, told Spectrum News 1 how great it was to film in the community. The people of El Segundo are so wonderful. The whole neighborhood was joyous. Anywhere we shot, whether it was El Segundo High School or anywhere else, everyone was just lovely. Kelly Younger wrote the script, told Spectrum News 1, the film is based on his upbringing in El Segundo. My parents moved to El Segundo many years ago. My father, who's a truck driver by trade, is a craftsman and an artist. When they moved to El Segundo and realized this is a neighborhood that goes all out for Christmas, he knew he moved to the right town. Production designer Aaron Osborne also joined Spectrum News to discuss the set designs for the film's Candy Cane Lane and shared advice on how to decorate your home for the holidays. Man, I just put some colored lights up and have some string lights. I better get my acting gear. Pick a theme and go with it. Film stars Tracy Ellis Ross, Jillian Bell, Jenna Watson, Madison Thomas, and Thaddeus J. Mixon. It's now streaming on Prime Video. So I guess it's really a neighborhood where they do this. So they should have explained that in the movie. I mean, I thought it was a fictional place.
Yeah, me too.
So you've got this street where everyone goes crazy decorating. They have a contest, and they find out there's going to be $100,000 prize this year. Now, there ends up being a joke about the prize. So Eddie Murphy goes, his house is all wood crafted ornaments, so and his neighbor across the street's all blow up. So that's the joke on the blow ups. And this is a minor spoiler, but he goes to like this pop up Christmas display. It's almost like where a witch's place shows up, and it's got all these great, I think this is one of the store inside the store. So he buys stuff, and as he checks out, he signs the contract. So I guess he's signing away his soul, or he's gonna get turned into one of these little mini characters. Like it turns out it's an evil elf from Santa's workshop, and she doesn't like Christmas anymore. So she's attacking. Everyone's on her naughty list. So it's a really hackneyed plot. So. She's getting like one person this year. So Eddie, adding to her collection. So he's got to collect golden rings before the house, this little mini house or toy house, strikes 8 times at 8 p.m. I guess. So that's the big plot. And then you've got these little the animation was really cool on these. They made it look like kind of like claymation porcelain characters, and they've been cursed. And so the movie is basically, they're trying to find these rings, and these things happen, and it's a harmless movie. The only, the silly thing is, of course, Santa shows up there, and obviously Santa Claus is in it, right? So, but Santa can't do anything to this elf, so they're asking Santa for help. Like, well, you signed the contract. So there's an out clip in this that's actually fun, end clip that's actually funnier than the movie. So I'm not going to say it, but basically, watch the end of the movie, and you'll know what clip I'm talking about. But it's like, wait a minute, Santa Claus can't stop this bad elf from turning people into little 6-inch tall porcelain action figures. She does get her just desserts in the end. Finally, you find out at the
spoilers,
end credits. What?
Spoilers, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Wow. That's obviously right.
You think the evil elf's going to win? This could have Mark, I think you'll agree with me. This could have just as easily been on the Hallmark Channel. 20 years ago, it would have been an ABC movie of the week, Christmas movie. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, so Eddie Murphy, of course, he's got so much charisma and charm, but I think it's a harmless movie. Yeah, it's, hour and a half or 2 hours, but there's some fun stuff in it, a few laughs, but not as many laughs as I would hope for. Eddie can be funny, but Eddie just can't go be crazy Eddie, in a PG, PG-13, PG-13 movie. And then they were cutting to, they had some people that were announcing the contest. They were funny. The two people who were talking about the contest on Candy Cane Lane on TV. It was
like a Spectrum Channel 2 or something like that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. There were two. Yeah. They're not sure. I'm trying to find a clip of them, but yeah, I mean, obviously Eddie Murphy gets killed in the end. No, I mean, not gonna, it's a Christmas movie. Yeah. And then there's this, surprise guest cast member on this one, but the jokes, I don't know. How much did you watch, Pat?
We were cooking, so I was kind of coming in and out and watching it, and I didn't know what was going on with like the little claymation stuff at first, so my brother had to explain it to me because he was like just watching the whole thing. See, the boys had this thing where they watch.
These guys were the funniest. The gal and the guy, they had some funny interaction. I thought they were actually funnier than Eddie Murphy. So
yeah, they had this thing where they try to find like the worst Christmas movies and watch them and stuff. So I had the privilege of 2 nights ago showing them Santa Claus versus the Martians. And,
wow!
I showed it to them the first time, Clobby, just strictly the movie, right? Then the second time, I was like, "Do you guys remember the Turkey Day stuff with the Mystery Science Theater thing that we started watching?" They're like, "Yeah." I said, "Now here it is with these guys," and they loved that. They thought that was great. But they watch like movies like Santa Charles, which is like, these movies that you can tell they've made for like maybe $100,000 and stuff that are on different channels.
Bad, yeah.
And this one was like one of those movies, just obviously a lot more production money was spent and things like that and all. But guys, I think maybe that edgy Eddie is probably gone forever, right?
Yeah, but I think he wants to make movies for his kids too, right?
Yeah, he's an older guy now. He's done
Unless
it.
Beverly Hills Cop 4 has the old Eddie back.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
I hear you.
I don't know.
And he can't be that edgy anymore either, right? He gets to get in big trouble for what he used to say. Yeah. Here's the duo that was on the TV show. So they're a network. Like I said, there's a competition, and of course they judge it every year. But then this year it's $100,000, and
which is a big deal because Eddie's got fired by
he gets fired.
I recognize that guy, Mark. Wasn't that somebody famous that was supposed to be the head of the that company?
Oh, I think so. I think it was.
Yeah, he gave him a fleece hoodie.
Yeah. Like, how are you firing us before Christmas? Yeah. So there's a couple of touching parts, and I think, the kids talking, telling the parents like you're overparenting, or there were a couple of good, nuggets of good messaging here and there. It was I'd give it like a B-, I guess.
Yeah, Christmas spirit, give it a B. What the heck?
I mean, it's not like, I'm not gonna tell you, as soon as the show's over, go watch it, but if you like that kind of stuff, and Donnie said he liked it, and he does some singing in it that was funny, so there's some funny bits.
For the girl to go to Notre Dame over at USC for sure.
Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the part. The parents went to USC, so they wanted the daughter to.
I think it was because she was like a track kid or something, right? It wasn't like
she was a track.
I'm Catholic or anything,
star,
right? It was,
she was a track star, yeah. So, and the youngest girl was fun too. She was a good actor.
Yeah, and that's always right when your youngest gets to the point where it's like, and you're like, this could be the last year that Santa's in the house and all that. So that was actually even a little touching. Wouldn't you say, Mark? That they're all trying to, do everything to protect her so that she still has that magic in her life.
Spoilers. Yeah. Santa is real.
Oh yeah. This is a movie, guys. This isn't the real Santa.
Yeah.
Because there's no real evil elves. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Besides, everybody knows elves are real tall, blonde-haired dudes that like live for thousands
forever. Candy cane remove. Eddie Murphy struggles to bring Christmas cheer. Yeah, I don't think it's getting great reviews, but I thought it was mostly harmless. I mean, if you're decorating the Christmas tree and you're cooking, you got something going on. But the other thing I want to say too, the song by Sia, Candy Cane Line, which I know Clobberin Times loves to hum all the time. He's a big Sia fan.
Yes. Who?
And I can't play it because I get donked. But Goggle Sia.
I'll just take your word for it. Not Goggle.
Candy,
how about that?
Yeah, Candy Cane Lane. Everyone goggle that, and you could hear the song. It's an earworm song. I like the song. It's actually a good song. Sia is very, very talented.
Well, see, now I don't have to hear it because you told me it's good, and now I can accept that and move on.
You can accept that, yeah.
Yeah, I can accept that from you.
There we go. So here's Candy Cane Lane. I'm sure you guys have all heard. If you listen to any kind of holiday music, it's can't.
And Mark, let's be honest. This time of year, would you have reviewed this movie if it didn't have a food in the title?
No, I thought I was getting lots of candy in this movie.
I don't know about you guys. I could go for a candy.
What, the candy movie?
What got me mad was there was no. All right, Amazon or it's not hurting for money. We could all agree, right?
I'd agree.
One of the most popular Christmas songs of recent years, if you're talking about, modern Christmas songs, is Sia's "Candy
Christmas
Cane
at
Lane."
Ground Zero. Yeah,
that's my favorite one. That's my favorite song. My favorite Christmas song is Christmas at Ground Zero. Yeah.
So we'll do some favorite Christmas songs following this, but it's
There you go.
and then we'll get out of here. But the song is not in the movie. I'm waiting at the end of the movie for them to roll into Candy Cane Lane. Like they got the song Candy Cane Lane. It's got like a bazillion millions of viewers, right? If you look at the YouTube video, that one I shared didn't have as many, but I mean, how could you not have that song in the movie? The movie's called Candy Cane Lane. Unless she said no. I mean, maybe she did say no.
And can everybody in chat like throw up a number or your hand if you know the song that Mark's talking about? Because I'm not trying to be obtuse here, dude. I have no idea what song you're talking about.
You've heard it.
Are you
don't want me to
this
sing?
song
Yes,
is
you've heard it.
You think it is? Because
it has 23 million views or 13 million views 6 years ago.
I've stopped listening to any music maybe past 2005, so maybe that's probably what it is with me.
Do you want me to try to sing it? It's going to kill it.
No. I will just Google it after we're done tonight.
It's a cute song. I got a really cool claymation here. I'm just going to show a picture of it because I can't play it, but it's
Mark,
got like a really cool claymation here going on.
Okay.
And she's got 13 million views on this song. So yeah, it's a cute. It's like an earworm, cute. It's a fun Christmas song. Is
it better than Mariah Carey's Christmas song?
Well, that is an excellent Christmas song. We talked about it with Retro Nerd Girl. The problem is it's overplayed. It's extremely overplayed.
Is it better than Christmas in Hollis? Which, let's be honest, the video really makes Christmas in Hollis, right? With the elf, naughty and nice. And
yeah, I think that's a tough one. My favorite song is Father Christmas by the Kinks, and probably another Christmas song by Jethro Tull. So we can get into that too. But we'll finish up on Candy Cane Lane. But anyway, that was just killing me that song was not in there. So yeah, I mean, if you just walk around anywhere in the holidays, then you end up hearing that song if you're in a department store. It's played, and it's a cute song. It's a fun song.
I will say this, gang. If you want to, and Mark, you maybe can agree with this or add an addendum. If you're wrapping some presents, if you want something on in the background while you're decorating the tree, and you don't want to watch one of the classics, right? You don't want the Alistair Sims 1951 Christmas Carol, the best Christmas movie ever made, or a Christmas Story or something like that on. Throw this on. You'll probably get it. If you're a big Eddie Murphy fan, you'll get a little kick out of it. It's something that you can watch kind of passively while you're wrapping up presents and stuff and all for the kids. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And
it's not great, but it's not terrible. The Coming to America 2. Now that was a terrible movie.
Oof.
That was really bad. That was unwatchable.
I heard that. Yeah.
What a waste of James Earl Jones too.
Yeah. That was a waste. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a waste of a movie. But this, it's some harmless Matthew Patterson's dreadful song. I like the song, Matthew. I like Sia. No, if you've ever watched 6 Feet Under, remember the montage at the end of 6 Feet Under when everyone's spoiler alert, 6 Feet Under is like 20 years old now, but as everyone is passing away, I thought that was one of the most amazing endings of a show ever. Have you guys seen 6 Feet Under?
Yes.
No, I know of it. I know. Yeah. I've heard a lot of people who've watched it, but I never watched it.
So basically, what they do, it was a great show. I thought 6 Feet Under was a great show, but Sia, there's a great soundtrack, and music is a huge part of, that's why soundtracks like Star Wars, Star Trek, you name it, Jaws, 2001, soundtracks are fantastic in terms of bringing out emotion. So the show, they know the show's ending, it's the last episode, and it's a story about a family that operates a mortuary, which sounds depressing. It is, because someone dies at the beginning of every show, and then you find out, and it's a whole story going on. But then what they do, and this is the guy from he's a serial killer. What's the
Dexter's
show?
Laboratory.
Dexter, yeah. I never watched
Dexter.
But
Dexter.
Fantastic show if you haven't seen it. But then the ending montage shows everyone kicking the bucket, as for the last 5 minutes, showing how every one of these main characters dies, and they show it at
And
the end of the show.
and even side characters, right? Like other
It's like
seasons and stuff.
Yeah, and Sia's song. What was the song that was in that? And I'm like, my God, this song is just so perfect for this montage.
Yeah,
it was just so
if you
beautiful.
remember, Mark, that's when downloadable music started becoming a big thing. And after that episode, it was like the most downloaded song for like 2 weeks and stuff. So
yeah,
it just became huge after that.
Yeah. So the song was "Breathe Me."
Yeah.
In six. I mean, it's a I shouldn't say creepy, wrong word, creepy, but a melancholy song. And it's just, I didn't know who Sia was, or I'm like, it just fits that ending just so beautifully. And that was one of the better endings of a show that I've ever seen. It was just, they show everyone pass it, like people on a cruise ship, they die. One of the, there's an armed robbery that happens. And you like these main characters that you loved, watching the show all this time, and then they flash like, when the character, I'll stop at one, like, main character dies. Spoiler. This is 20 years old, and they're showing, who the character, this is when he died. So,
man, Keith does not have long left.
Yeah, 2029. Yeah. So
and we better start buying silver security suits too.
Yeah,
it's like a future.
You remember that? Yeah, they had.
It's like
they did. Yeah, but they're showing as everyone and like one of the characters passes on a cruise ship, but the music has got just such a great beat and a great message. It's just, it reminded me of 2001 in a little bit. That last scene where you've got David aging, and some fantastic fantastic TV. I mean, just
they did not leave it open for a sequel. That is for sure.
No sequels there. No sequels. Yeah. So I definitely watch that video I put in. If you're never gonna watch the show, just watch that. And it's just an amazing. Blew me away when I saw it. I was like, oh my! I can't believe how good this ending was. Compared to like The Sopranos, which everyone thought their TV broke, and I got yelled at, because I'm the IT person. Mark, what'd you do to the TV? HBO got all these calls that night, I guess. TVs were broken, So that's Candy Cane Lane. So
there you go. It's hard to have a great ending of a TV show. I think Newhart did it. I think MASH did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I was already done with MASH way before that ending. So, personally,
fair enough. I still thought. Did you watch it though? Were you?
I did see most of the ending of the last episode.
Okay.
I think I didn't watch all of that ending because I didn't watch the show much at that point.
Probably would have got along with my daddy great. My dad's like, after Trapper John left.
Yes.
Right, Pops.
Although I did watch after a little behind that because Frank was still there, but when Frank left, it was over.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, I was watching some MASH again. I was actually, when I was laid up in the hospital, and I was watching. What did I watch? MASH was on, so I watched like 4 or 5 episodes of MASH because I couldn't fall asleep either. And I'm like, am I allowed to watch MASH in the hospital? Oh, Bonanza was on. I was watching some bunch of episodes of Bonanza came on.
That was
I
a show
remember-
that ended terribly. That was a weird last
yeah.
episode.
Well, was it ever?
Like a fever dream or something, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were saying about MASH?
Yeah, and then well, I was gonna sorry, yeah, they weren't very good. You're right, Clobber Times. Like the later episodes, I'm like, some of these are really cheesy, bad
drama.
episodes.
Yeah, it was just
right
because it was.
I happened to watch 4 or 5, but yeah. Go ahead. Yep.
It's unfortunate because Harry Morgan was a great actor. My dad liked Sherman Potter.
Yeah, he was good,
but he didn't like. It wasn't enough for him to like go rewatch these episodes over and over again, like the other ones. He liked them in Dragnet. He liked the guy that played Winchester was good, but it just
a good actor, but it didn't like Winchester much because he was. See, Winchester could fight back.
Right.
Frank was a boob, and he was so funny because he was the butt of the jokes.
And you didn't mind him being the butt of the joke because he was a crummy surgeon and a crummy.
And by the way, let me tell you something. That show, and I love the movie, which is different. It's really very subversive and very anti-military, and I don't like anti-military people as a rule in real life because I love the military, even though I'm not a member of it. I love people who are, and yet it's still funny. It is still funny, and of course, the show really trashes the military when you think about it. And yet, people who are in the military would tell you they grew up watching MASH because in real life you can laugh at yourself. So, this did portray the military people, except for Sherman Potter, as dopes and all that kind of stuff until Potter came along. And all the non-enlisted personnel, the people who were drafted like Hawkeye and everyone else, Frank and Hot Lips were portrayed as idiots and jerks and dumbasses because they were hardcore military.
Right.
But it was still very funny. And the funny part, the comedy made you not care about that. You're like, it was still funny, and I loved it.
I'd like to think if I ever taught a group of people to speak English, that I would definitely want to teach them the phrase "Frank Burns eats worms."
Frank Burns eats worms,
which is so benign, right? Like it's like it's not even insulting. It's almost silly, but it just.
I mean, it was the time Linville was underrated. I mean, it's just little bitty things, little bitty tidbits. Like he'd walk in, "Hi, Frank," you wish, or other was like, "Hi, Frank," that was totally uncalled for.
The whole episode where they're trying to get him to take his boot off because Margaret had painted his toenails.
Oh yeah,
and he didn't want to take his boot off.
Oh, the time
what were they doing, Clobby? Like foot inspections or something?
The time he came in looking for his Bible and couldn't find it, and Trapper said, "I looked in the back, Frank. The devil did it."
Yeah,
little stuff like the best one.
Last chapter.
I love the one where they were dressed as gorillas in their gorilla costumes. They're running around all over the place. And Frank needed a hernia operation, and they were like, "Let me consult with my." We'll do it. Me and the missus.
Yeah. But I have to say that you're right. I mean, the Alan Alda stuff. I mean, I only watched like 4 or 5 episodes, but I'm like, I think you have a nostalgia for a show, or when you're watching it, this is a great show no matter what. And yeah, there were some great shows with just Alan Alda. But you're right, the tone of the show changed drastically after. Was it the 3rd season?
Yeah, because that's when Trapper left. But still, even when Frank was there, I wasn't the biggest fan of BJ, but it was still a comedy because Frank was still there, and they were,
Yeah. Right.
And of course, he'd lost Hot Lips to marry that idiot Penobscot or whatever he was always talking about.
Lieutenant Colonel Penobscot, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And then Henry Blake's.
And you had more Klinger at this point.
Down over the Sea of Japan. It's fun.
Although, in the Carol Burnett show, after that episode aired, did you ever see what they did? And you can find it on YouTube, by the way. They shot a scene with McLean Stevenson in his MASH outfit in a little boat.
He was pretending he was alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say he was alive. Yeah, because he went to do his own TV show.
Hello, Larry.
That show lasted for 3 years, I think, or 2 years, and flopped. Yeah. They always said it was a bad mistake leaving the show.
I got 2 words. Sit in for Carson, by the way.
Oh, he did? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes McLean Stevenson would sit in for Johnny Carson.
Yeah. And when you got 2 words, David Caruso, although he was the first David Caruso, I guess, right?
True. And you know what you would say? I bet I know what you would say to David Caruso if you saw him.
What would I say?
Is because you're a dumbass.
That eggshell fragment in his eye cracked me up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Frank.
Well, Frank Burns, he won the Purple Heart. Yeah.
Yeah, God, Frank. Oh, and he was so different in the movie. I love the movie, but it's very different. You know, Robert Duvall was different from Larry Linville.
Yeah. Totally different. Yeah.
It was Frank. Frank, you're not going to call your mother again, are you?
I like we're trying out.
His best role was in Rambo. Yeah, he was one of the cops.
Yeah, it's got his ass kicked.
Yeah, it was in Rambo. Yeah. As I watching it years later, I'm like, that's David Caruso. Like, you would never recognize. You'd never pay attention to who those cops were until he was that first year. Was it Hill Street Blues or what was he in? Or no, it was
NYPD Blue.
NYPD Blue. NYPD Blue. Yeah. And that show was a massive, massive hit that first year. Or stayed a massive hit.
Yeah.
And he wanted to go do movies. He thought he had all his britches got too big. And he kind of like Tasha Yar, Denise Crosby.
Yeah, and then had to come back, crawling back to TV and did that show. What he had
CSI Miami, dude, for like 7 seasons.
Yeah. And he had that opening. And he'd make that dumb cornball line at the beginning of every episode of that show. I never even watched it. But someone clipped,
Oh yeah,
someone
CSIs
clipped
are terrible.
But
Dude.
somebody clipped a bunch of it. Every single opening of every episode. It has him saying some kind of cornball joke. And then it goes into the music, like every time. And you could find a compilation, probably I'm sure it's on YouTube. Caruso, it might be. What was the show again? Miami.
Blue, yeah.
No.
Oh, no, Miami. Yeah, it's one of the
CSI Miami. Yeah, which was the first CSI spinoff from the Vegas one. Yeah,
you could find somebody has clipped them because it was like clockwork. Every episode, he would walk into the opening and he would see some kind of crime scene. And then he would take his glasses, his sunglasses off, and say a really bad pun joke, and it would go bang into the music.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, no, Wes Cagle, because he wasn't famous when he was in Rambo. So when Rambo came out in the early, what was it, Rambo 82 or something, or 81, or
his First Blood was pretty old. Yeah, like
82,
late mid 80s.
Yeah, so it was way before. It was like a minor role. Yeah, so you can't miss him with a copper top. You're right, but then when you watch it, you're like, oh, that's David Caruso. Oh shit!
The guy in the in First Blood that has the bandage and the bruised eyes and everything, that really happened to him. Sly accidentally knocked him in when he knocked that guy on the ground and elbowed him in the face. He accidentally elbowed the guy in the face. So the rest of this movie, when you see him with the little butterfly stitching on his nose and all, that's really from him getting hit in the face by Sly.
Yeah.
And I think Sly bought him a Rolex or something because of apology. Because he didn't pull his punch,
Yeah.
82. That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's just my guessing. I guess Hill Street NYPD Blues, that was 86, I think, or when was that? Hey, Sean Carter from Mars. Hail. Great to see you, Sean. Thanks for stopping by.
I want to say NYPD Blue was a 90s product, buddy.
90s? Well, we have this supercomputer.
Yes.
Computer.
Pull out the Rosetta Stone.
Let me impress everyone. I can tell you when NYPD Blue started as a TV show within 30 seconds.
I was watching some scientists talking.
There were 261 episodes. It started. Nope, Pat was right. 93 to 2005. Yeah, longest running primetime 1 hour drama until Grey's Anatomy surpassed it in 2016. I watched the whole first season of Grey's Anatomy, and that show is still going. God bless it.
God bless you for watching that. I was wondering who the person was that was watching that show.
There's a lot of people watching that show because it's been on 20 years. Yeah.
Hey, did David Caruso pass away?
No.
Oh, wow.
Are you sure?
I think so.
We'll check, but I don't think so.
Okay, I was just gonna.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Dennis Franz?
No, it's a joke. Must be somebody put it on. This is gonna joke YouTube video about it, I guess. But there's a video. Remember, Opie and Anthony did this thing where somebody had clipped all of his one-liners from the opening episodes of CSI Miami. And if you Google David Caruso one-liners
God, I loved Opie and Anthony. Well, at least I loved Anthony.
Back when they were funny. Anthony's the best. Yeah.
Hungry. I think Hungry Boy. I think you're thinking of Hill Street Blues, buddy.
Hill Street Blues, yeah.
And Hill Street Blues earlier. And yeah, Hill Street Blues was definitely a early 80s, like 80, 81, 82, something like that.
Yeah. There you go. Here's NYPD Blue. Yep. 12 seasons, 1993.
And Dennis Franz was actually in the last few seasons of Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
He played Detective Norman something or other, and he was like a detective sergeant or something.
I would have thought it was earlier, too. So,
what?
But, no, NYPD Blue. I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was earlier, too. But, yeah. Yep. So, but no, it was a good show. Good show. Yeah. CSI Miami 2001 to 12. I mean, any show that gets that long of a run, it's pretty damn successful. Yep. That's okay, Honey Bar. We still love you. Yep, it's okay. We're not going to make you read new comics. I'll save that for me. It's okay. Yeah, they are very similar shows. Yeah, when I was trying to remember, I'm like, was David Crusoe on NYPD Blue or Hill Street Blues?
Remember, Dennis Franz was in Die Hard 2, Die Harder. And but was he in that before? Was it before or after NYPD Blue? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
The movie's 1990, but I don't know.
Yeah. Did NYPD Blue have the singing episode? Or was
that was
Hill Street Blues?
Well,
you're thinking of Cop Rock.
Cop Rock?
Yeah, Cop Rock. But I think Hill Street Blue, one of the shows did a singing episode, didn't they?
Was it Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Cop Rock was a musical cop show by the guy who did Hill Street Blues.
Yeah. But I think, Chad, correct me, I remember Cop Rock. That was a huge failure. But I thought one of those shows did like a singing show, but maybe I'm just miscombobulating. Or was it NYPD Blue? Or maybe it was just Cop Rock that I'm remembering.
You might be just remembering Cop Rock.
Yeah.
What was the best cop show in the 80s?
I wasn't into Hill Street Blues personally. It was just a drama to me, so I didn't care about it.
Right, but that wasn't the best one anyway.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
See, the best cop shows I think were in the PI shows were always better. Let's see, cop shows
without a doubt. PI
in the 70s. Yeah, in the 70s, Beretta was pretty cool, and Starsky and Hutch were pretty cool. But let's see, what other cop shows were there?
You're missing the best one, dude. Think about it.
Let's see, the 70s.
No, the 80s, quintessential 80s cop show.
Cop show. Oh, what? You're not gonna say Hunter, are you?
No.
Oh, they put Hunter.
My dad loved Hunter. My dad loved Hunter
in the chat.
My dad loved Hunter.
This might be the coolest show that was ever on television, dude. Miami Vice.
Like, again, it was okay. I wasn't the biggest fan. It's all right.
But
T.J. Hooker.
I was like a kid though when I was.
I know.
So I really.
I thought it was a good show. Yeah, but. Yeah, it was a good show.
But I always, I think my daddy ruined that for me with Rockford Files because I always like PI shows better, right?
Now, Rockford Files,
Magnum,
hands down, Rockford is the greatest of all PI shows, but I think Magnum was a really great show too, though.
It was. I'll tell you a show that
Simon and Simon was also.
I love
really
Simon
good.
and Simon, dude. I thought that was a great show. That's the show growing up that made me want to be a private investigator when I grew up. I really legitimately wanted to be a private, thinking that my life would be like that, right? Like you're running around and driving an expensive car and, getting to shoot at people. Actually, they really frown upon that. You're not just supposed to go around shooting at people.
There you go. Wes Cagle says Adam 12. That was a cool. And Dragnet. Those are two great shows.
Dragnet's a classic.
I love Dragnet.
Yeah.
But that's more like the dry or like real, it's not like a drama show. It's just a factual. Just the facts, man. Columbo's a great one. There you go. The detective show. That's a great cop show.
Oh, I love Simon and Simon. Simon and Simon is one of my all-time favorite shows. I didn't rewatch that, but I only made it to season 3. Gotta get back.
I need to go back and watch
that show.
Find it.
Rockford was a very different kind of PI because he didn't run around with a gun. As a matter of fact, somebody said this. I don't know if this is true or not. I really need to go back and research it. They said that Jim Rockford only shot a gun like 2 or 3 times in the show. And every time he shot a gun, it wasn't his gun. He picked up a shotgun to make a horse run or something like that. And he would
always get beaten up too, right?
He had a gun.
he didn't want to. He was like, "Don't hit me in the face." He would do something.
There was an episode where he had to pick his teeth off the ground, but he kept his gun in his cookie jar.
Yeah.
He brought it with him sometimes, and and I know I've seen him shoot guns before, but not often.
Right.
And whether it was his or someone else's, I'd have to think about that.
I'd love to find that out, Cloudy. But somebody telling me that I think I remember the episode where he did shoot like a shotgun to make a horse run, so that the people would chase it or something, so you could like go in and save a girl or something like that.
Rockford, I mean, like I said, I remember the time he was arguing with Rocky, his father, who was he was obsessed with this TV show about a cop played by Hector Elizondo. He's going, yeah, he was a bad cop. Had this saying. He wrote a book called "His Gun is Deadly," and he says, "Yeah, Rocky. Well, it's not like that in the real world, but he said it's not a bunch of shooting. He says, look, his gun is deadly. Mine's in the cookie jar." He's Rockford. He was the best. Now Mannix was a bad mother. Now Mannix, he got in a lot of fights and stuff. That Mannix was considered too violent for some syndicators. I mean, Mannix killed 3 guys before the opening credits. Usually,
wow.
kidding, of course, but he was very violent. I had a lot of action on Mannix. And that was a good show. Mannix.
Yeah. What was the one with the guys? They were Vietnam vets, and they flew the helicopter. The Screaming Mimi was a pink helicopter, and their friend was like a computer geek, and he built a robot. What was that called? Riptide.
Riptide, yeah, Riptide.
Yep.
Remember Riptide?
Riptide.
Riptide was okay.
They had,
Vegas.
and there was also a crossover in one of the earlier episodes of Simon and Simon with the kids who were PIs with a robot and computer nerds. Oh, what was the name of that show too? And they were on Simon and Simon.
I don't know, but
season.
Simon and Simon did cross over with Magnum once.
Yep, and also Murder
She Wrote.
But this was a crossover with it was a kids show with computers. It was like they were hackers.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, let me look it up. Simon and Simon.
They're mentioning Wise Guy was a good show. That was a pretty cool. I mean, it was Vegas. I used to love Vegas. I liked that show with Tony Curtis was on that show with Dan Tanner. yeah.
Whiz Kids. October
Kids.
26, 19. AJ Simons appears in the Whiz Kids episode Deadly Axis, while several Whiz Kids characters appear in Simon and Simon episode Fly the Alibi Skies. Yeah, so Whiz Kids, and they had they had the modem going, and they were like stealing money from the ATM. It was just so cheesy good, but watching it now, especially too, with I'm gonna put some pictures on it, it was just hysterical.
They crossed over with Simon and Simon.
Yeah.
I remember this show.
One of the kids.
That's Matthew Laborto.
Yeah. So one of the kids, I don't know, he got into trouble, so Simon and Simon were helping him, and then he was stealing money from an ATM, I think, back then. It was back when computer was, new. Computers are new, obviously, to everyone. 83 to 84.
He was on Little House on the Prairie.
Yep.
Yeah, he died at the end.
Yeah, he did. That's right. Wow.
Yep.
Well, did he go on to do some kind of show on like Sci-Fi too, or am I thinking of somebody else?
You're probably thinking of the Dipshits of Science or Matthew Starr or something, but it wasn't him.
Misfits of Science. No, it was the Warehouse movie. He was a Warehouse TV show. He wasn't on that.
Well, you mean Warehouse 13?
Yes, thank you.
That wasn't him.
Okay.
No, you're sure Eddie McClintock, if you're thinking of that 13. But yeah, that was. I didn't know. I realized that they crossed over with. Didn't last. I didn't think it lasted long enough to cross over with anybody.
Yeah, Brian had the answer. Yeah, Brian had it at one. Had it Whiz Kids. Yeah, on Airwolf. Yeah, no, it's tough to keep up with the chat when it's rocking like this. So
I remember Matthew Pounder and Dempsey and Makepeace. That was a British show, but that was a good show.
Yeah, we don't care about the chat here, Larry. So yeah. We're just too stupid to keep up with the chat. That's the problem. You know why? Because we are.
Is because you're a dumbass.
Because we're dumbass.
We are. I thought we did care about.
There are past episodes of us trying to figure something out, and people in their chat actually typing the answer over and over again.
Yeah, Hardcast and McCormick.
Wait, somebody said.
We do care about the chat. I mean, we can't just. I mean, we like to answer everybody, but we
Well, you miss it sometimes.
We won't interrupt each other, but
I'm doing two screens. Yeah, I'm doing two screens too. But yeah,
but I'm watching everything you guys say.
Yep.
Ironside.
Hardcastle McCormick. That was the car where he drove that
Ironside
special car underneath the
hard case of
McCormick.
McCormick. Yeah.
That was what was the lead actor? That was from
Brian Keith and
from Eddie. What was the show he was on?
He was on Family Affair.
Family Affair. Yeah.
Heart to Heart. They were private investigators.
Yeah, it was I liked Heart to Heart, but McMillan and Wife was better. I loved McMillan and Wife.
Yep. Oh, Larry is agreeing that we're dumbasses. Good.
Well, yeah. Well, we are dumbasses.
I will tell you this: Mrs. Colombo is significantly younger than Lieutenant Detective Colombo.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Max Redstone has
significantly. Wasn't Kate Mulgrew like 29 when she did that show?
Yeah, she was not Mrs. Colombo.
By the way, that was a terrible show. I think it only lasted a season.
What's your answer for this one? Mine, of course, is tough, but I liked Heart to Heart a little bit better because Stephanie Powers. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm Remington Steele, but I think just because I watched that more than Heart to Heart.
Plus, Tom Baker was on an episode of Remington Steele, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, they both had very, very cute leads in that show. But
yes,
Remington Steele, I did watch a lot of Remington Steele. Yeah, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass, and you're a dumbass. Yeah,
we are three. We are the three dumbasses.
Jake and the Fat Man. Hey, we brought it up earlier. Moonlighting.
Yeah, Jake and the Fat Man.
Yep.
Oh, Moonlighting was a cut above. I loved it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all right, well, let's get to the Christmas music list here, and then so we don't stay up too late.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Although we started late, yeah, we probably have to get to bed soon. I won't take too long doing this, but famous last words, of course.
Yeah,
but here's I was on with Retro Nerd Girl, so here's my list that I prepared, and I just kind of was putting together songs I thought were popular, and some were favorites.
Did you prepare this on MS-DOS like 26 years ago, or
no? This is new.
Oh, okay, because this font looks kind of.
Where's the spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have had a spreadsheet. Is Lisa here? I should have done a. So I'll share this. It's a public doc for everyone to view. But I was just, I was gonna be on retro show, so I'm like, oh, I gotta, make a list of some of my favorite songs. And I was going through like popular songs. This is not like, oh, this is every song that,
Well, here's the truth right here, beyond question. Christmas at Ground Zero is the best Xmas song ever. I agree, West. I agree.
It's a pretty good song.
I love that song.
Yep.
I don't know if the story behind that song is true, but I hope it is.
I don't know any stories, but
supposedly they like Weird Al's production company, record label, whatever, was pressuring him to do a Christmas song, and he didn't want to do it, so he did one that he knew they would never play on on like regular radio and stuff. And I think it has the title of being like Weird Al's most popular, most played original song, right? Like not based on someone
original
else's
song.
version,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Totally not a cover. Yeah. So that was 1986 when I graduated high school.
And he did a video. Great.
That was like 5 years ago.
I remember watching that video and my mom getting really upset. Like, this is not a Christmas song. I was like, but I think
plus you got to remember too, 86 was the heart of the Cold War and Reagan and Gorbachev.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, détente was happening there, and 86 was.
What a brilliant video! He only did that video for like $2,000. That's incredible because it's all stock footage. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it's great, great, and then of course, tragically, after 2001, they called Ground Zero, and then due to the new association of the title, Yankovic's song received far reduced airplay since 2001, but continues to appear in a novelty program. Sad part is, quote unquote, this is a quote, I can't really play this song live anymore because too many people misunderstand the connotations of Ground Zero. It's not a reference to 9/11. It was written in 1987 when Ground Zero meant the epicenter of a nuclear attack. So that's that's a big problem with the title. These, because that's
for people who aren't morons. Please watch the video on YouTube. It's
it just doesn't get the airplay. It doesn't get the airplay that it
right.
That
for people that don't understand, there's a thing called history, and the things existed before the 2000s. Yes, you please enjoy Weird Al song. I highly recommend it.
Yes.
Yep. And and Max is saying, if you don't do it at 3 a.m. using GW Basic, you look like a dumbass. Yeah. So here's some. So I was on with Retro, and she's got Retro No Girl. So here's her Christmas list, also in that document, and I'll copy it separately. Let's see if I click on it.
Mark, would there be a way of blowing this up, sir?
I can blow it up. Yep.
Okay.
I can blow that shit up. I swore. Let's see if I do.
How about that?
That's much better. Thank you.
There we go. So if I do, can I do 250%? Does it let me do 250?
That looks good.
Oh man.
Okay, I can only go 200.
You don't want to put the race car engine in the red, dude.
Yeah. So here's Retro's. She's got a huge playlist of like 900 Christmas videos, which is awesome. 953 or something like that.
Retro Nerd Girl's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so it was fun to be on the show that night or that Friday afternoon. So go look for that show, or I'll find it and put it in the chat. But so I was making a list. So I love Zoe Deschanel, and of course, if you guys have seen Alf, right?
Yeah,
I haven't.
Yeah. So "Baby It's Cold Outside" is one of my all-time favorite Christmas songs. We won't get into the stupid, dumbass controversy about that song because it was written by husband and wife, and it.
It's an idiot controversy.
Long and short, and of course, Ricardo Montalban Khan was in the movie with that video. So of course, he's singing that, and he's awesome in that. So here's the link to that with Ricardo Montalban as Khan and singing the song "Baby It's Cold Outside," which is phenomenal. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that or not, but I should clip some of that for. So here's the link to that. But the song's about, back then the ladies couldn't stay overnight if they wanted to, right? So when they're saying, what's in the drink, it's like, is it alcoholic? Not is it something far sinister?
You see, things are only as dirty as your mind is. A greater man than me once said, and that's true, right? If you're reading entendre into something, maybe it's you. Maybe it's
well, the times have changed too. So those lyrics, written today, maybe could be inferred, but this was written in 1943 or 46 or whatever the heck it was. Wow. I mean, so a lady could not stay over at a guy's house if she wanted to, even if it was consensually. You weren't allowed to, the talk of the town. So that's what the song is a play on that. Like, oh, I guess it's snowing outside. Maybe you better stay over. Stay over. But anyway, so if you've seen Alf, she's singing that in the shower in the department store. I love Zoe Deschanel's voice. I think she's got an angelic voice. She's cute too, which doesn't hurt. But I just love that old timey. She's a throwback, retro sounding voice to me, which I love. So that's one of my all time favorite songs. It's just fantastic.
And her sister's on Bones. So
yeah, her sister's on Bones. Yep. Blue Christmas. Yeah, that's on my list. Yep. So let me go through my top few ones here. Bare Naked Ladies, Bare Naked Christmas, which also includes some amazing Hanukkah songs on that album. And all these are hyperlinked. Their version of God Rest You Merry Gentlemen featuring Sarah McLachlan is phenomenal. Oh, yeah, Courtney, we're still going. Yep. Not for much longer. Check out that album, one of my all-time favorite Christmas albums. And I love Christmas music. It's kind of like one of my things was collecting Christmas music and annoying my family by playing it for too long. You guys know I'm a huge Jethro Tull fan. They should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They do have a Christmas album, the Jethro Tull Christmas album, and they're kind of, well, I guess you call them prog rock or whatever label you want to give. Or, if you're a Renfest fan, another Christmas song, great Christmas song with a great
rock
great
music
meaning.
Needs a flute. They're the band for you.
Yeah, heavy metal. Flute is a heavy metal instrument, as I said, but the lyrics of another Christmas song are fantastic. So I love that. So Courtney says hi again. Yep, but we're gonna get out of here in a few famous last words in a few minutes, hopefully. David Bowie and Bing Crosby, Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy. The fun thing about this song was that David Bowie was trying to promote himself and become more mainstream. If you remember David Bowie back then, Ziggy Stardust and all the makeup and outrageous outfits. So, he decided to promote. He was doing a promo tour, and he's like, "Well, I'm going to be a little bit more normal." But he showed up for the filming wearing I guess a red wig and lipstick. They made him take that off. But he didn't want to sing Little Drummer Boy. He didn't think it showcased his voice very well, or he didn't like the song. So they wrote Peace on Earth, that Peace on Earth segment that Bowie sings, which is beautiful, in about an hour. And they presented it to him, and during rehearsal. So they came up with that whole duet. And then they erased the 16-track master tape. They said, no one's going to watch this again. So they only have a subpar audio is left, from the boom mic. It's not a great. It sounds great still, but I mean, they just erased the tape. Like, no one's going to listen. And it's one of the most iconic Christmas songs. I love it. Bing Crosby and him together are fantastic. Yeah. Wes says, the Hanukkah song is great. Yeah.
They deleted that, Mark, because during the break, Bing was in the back of the studio beating his boys with a bag of plenty of oranges because they were acting up. And
well, he died of a heart attack a month later too, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right. He did pass away.
Yeah. Wes, I still harbor ill will towards Jethro Tull for stealing the award for Metallica. Now that was a phenomenal album that year by Jethro Tull. That when they had their resurgence. But yeah, their manager told them not to go because they said you have no chance of beating Metallica. So that's why none of them are there. And of course, that was a huge deal to win a Grammy back then. It was the first, hard rock heavy metal performance. So that Tull album was phenomenal. Crest of a Knave. That's a damn fine album if you're a Tull fan. You're like, wow, this is some great stuff. She said she was a dancer, but yeah, it's not heavy metal. I mean, I agree. It's not. So the next year when Metallica, when they got the award, they said, and thank you to Jethro Tull for not releasing an album this year. Yeah. But Jethro Tull did release an album, Catfish Rising, that year, which wasn't very good, but yeah, just a lot of good fun. But I love Jethro Tull, which is hysterical. Christmas with the Devil, Spinal Tarp, actually. Isn't the band called Spinal Tarp? All right, so we got Peace on Earth, and rounding out my top 5 would be Straight No Chaser, 12 Days of Christmas. They're an a cappella band, and they do a phenomenal version of this live, and they segue into other songs, and just great performance. They break into Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel in it, and Out of Africa, and also We Three Kings. Great song. And then Father Christmas by the Kinks. You guys have heard that one probably, right? Father Christmas. Yeah. Great hard rock Christmas song. The Waitresses, Christmas Wrapping.
Yeah. Mark knows what boys like.
Mannheim Steamroller, if anyone's a Rush Limbaugh fan.
Love him. Oh, yeah.
Mannheim Steamroller, Christmas. And Rush, I think, probably sold more albums for than anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually had some of them on the show one time, like for an hour and talked.
Yeah, Chip Davis on.
Buy their albums at
Yeah, they. I mean, I would have known about Mannheim Steamroller. Well, maybe I would have eventually found, but Rush played them every Christmas, and look forward to that. It's just a great. I shouldn't say background music, but it's nice, relaxing movie. Oh, here it's Courtney. Hey, Courtney.
Hey, I figured I'd just pop in for the last couple.
Thank you.
We're talking about music. And can I just comment? I'd never heard that or never seen that David Bowie Bing Crosby thing.
Oh, you've never seen that?
Yeah, before the other day, and I was dying. I can't believe I've never seen that.
Oh, the skit, the opening skit. You just seen the song. Yeah, the skit is so cheesy.
I know I hadn't seen any of it. I hadn't seen any of it.
You haven't heard the song? You've heard the song though, right?
I know it. Well, I've heard versions of the song, but not Bowie in.
Oh, you never heard that? Oh,
no,
wow.
I'm so blown away. I know. Wow. I love Bowie too. Because how did I not ever hear that? So you said that, I was just laughing.
Oh, it's such a good song. Like, it's one of my favorite songs. Yeah, my father-in-law loved that version too, which is funny. Yeah, and Wes Cagle, Master of Puppets. It's one of my favorite albums. The Crest of a Knave, I got to say, it's pretty damn good.
Bing Crosby did another Christmas song too. It's called White Christmas. Did you ever hear that, Courtney?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm so used to Courtney. That's like the number one.
I'm sorry, I was looking at his Was he talking about Master of Puppets?
Master of Puppets.
Yeah, who are we talking about? We're talking about Metallica?
Yeah.
Well, because Jethro Tull beat Metallica for the first hard rock heavy metal Grammy.
Oh, I think that Master of Puppets is the album that covers the song by the band that I played with. I'm pretty sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Pretty
When
cool.
you think Christmas, you think Metallica. That's for sure.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, and then the other thing I got to talk about too is the Little Drummer Boy Challenge, and that's the contest to not hear that song for the whole Christmas season. And if you lose, you're post to social media that you've gotten it wrong. Same thing with Last Christmas by Wham. So it's called Whamageddon, and you try to avoid hearing the song. So
what about trying to avoid Mariah Carey song?
Well, you can't. You just know
that's impossible.
Yeah.
It makes me want to just. I don't know. That song
I like it. Well, I don't know if you heard what I was
saying.
My
mom loves it too. No, I didn't.
It is a good song, but it's just overplayed. I mean, right? That's the problem. So you've heard that. You know the Waitress's Christmas.
Yeah, that's my
song.
favorite one.
That's your favorite
for another show, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for 70s tomorrow. Yeah, so everyone watch 70s Rock Fan. I'm 99% sure I'll be there. We're talking Christmas music again because you can tell I love Christmas music. So I'll roll out my list real quick. I'll just go through them. Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas? Everyone knows that. Last Christmas by Wham. And there's no particular order, maybe except the top 5. Charlie Brown Christmas, which Retro Nerd Girl has not seen a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, no way.
So we got to fix that. We're doing a watch party. Yeah. Frank Sinatra's version of Jingle Bells, classic, White Christmas, of course. This is kind of on here as a joke. Germans love this album. The Night Before Christmas by David Hasselhoff. So David Hasselhoff has a Christmas album.
Does he sing "O Tannenbaum"?
I can't remember, but let me click on it and see. Yep. So let's see if does he sing "O Tannenbaum"? Oh. White Christmas, Joy to the World, Deck the Halls. Let's see. Nope, no O Tannenbaum. But
the man does not know his audience, sir.
I just put that on there as a fun reference. Pogue's Fairy Tale of New York. Of course, the lead singer just passed away.
Yeah.
So it was in the news.
Sorry, I had to mute. I'm going to.
Oh yeah.
There's like girls fighting.
Uh-oh.
You hear them?
Oh, where are you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute it.
I better mute that, Courtney. Thank you. They start. Oh, yeah, hope you're okay there. Be safe. Okay. Yeah.
Get away from there, please.
Yeah.
Clear out.
Yep. Yeah. Christmas peace on earth. Little Saint Nick, Beach Boys. You guys know some. Elvis, Blue Christmas, of course. Larry, 90s rock fan, no 70s rock fan. Here Comes Santa Claus. You know, I do not like Bruce Springsteen's music at all. Really not a fan.
Yeah,
but I do like Santa Claus Is Coming to Town by Bruce.
Which is weird because I love his politics. So.
Oh, God.
I just have never liked his music going back before the politics start. You know, sorry, Bruce Springsteen fans, but just but it's not like saying it's bad or good. It's just
dork.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's Christmas? That's a newer one from Gwen Stefani, but that's a good song. God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. Hey, Chuck Berry, Run Rudolph Run. Candy Cane Lane. Oh, Pentatonics is another great, ton of great Christmas songs. Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time. John Lennon, It's Christmas Time, War is Over. Even more relevant today. Like It's Christmas, the Jonas Brothers, Don't Make Fun of Me. That's a good song. Dan and Shay, Take Me Home for Christmas. I had to throw a Taylor Swift song on there, Christmas Tree Farm. This Christmas, Donny Hathaway, which was in Candy Cane Lane, the movie. Now this is a local guy to me, Rob Mathis, William the Angels. I went to high school with his sister, and he was been very successful more as a producer, but he does a Christmas concert every year. I went to on Saturday night. That's why it's Saturday Night Star Trek. But phenomenal singer performer, and he does like jazz versions of a lot of Christmas songs, great arrangements. But and he had a PBS special about 25 years ago that was pretty popular. He worked with Vanessa Williams, Sting. Sting was there a few years ago to celebrate his 25th. So I'd like to introduce a special guest, Sting. So everyone went crazy. It was really good. Yep. Let's see what Christmas means to me. Oh, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is another favorite group to listen to. Jose Feliciano, of course. Courtney is back. Let me add her. Oh,
sorry.
You okay, Courtney?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I wanted to get.
Did Grandma get run over by a reindeer?
I wanted to get a video of it. Sorry, I couldn't do it when I was on the screen. I'm terrible.
Okay. Where were you, in a store?
I'm in Burlington Coat Factory, like Christmas shopping. They're open until midnight.
What time is it?
Oh, well, it's
11:42. But it was
okay, you're in another
it was
time
one
zone.
of the employees. They were
Oh wow.
with an employee. Yeah. Anyway, okay, continue on. Sorry about that.
All right, yeah.
I was like, I gotta.
Well, I'm Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Christmas all over again. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you mention? Well, maybe I'll wait and ask after.
Okay. Well, I'm just going through them. Oh, I can hear some music in the back.
Can you hear "I'll Be Home" for Christmas?
Yeah.
I know one that's going to be on here.
What?
No, I can't even do it as a joke without getting in trouble. Never mind. I'll tell you later.
I'm making a little list in my head of things I haven't seen yet. I'm a little upset about, Mark, but I'm waiting to see if they're on here. So go ahead.
No, but this list I was just putting together before it was on with Retro Nerd Girl, so I was kind of rushing, and there's a lot of stuff that's missing. This is not, so I put it on the top like not complete. Jackson 5, I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Grandma Got Run Over a Reindeer. Holly Jolly Christmas. You gotta have Burl Ives Holly Jolly Christmas.
There you go.
U2's version of Baby Please Come Home was really good. Eartha Kick, Santa Baby. Give one up for Catwoman.
That's a good one.
That's a great song. And Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You is a damn good song. It's just damn overplayed.
To each their own
I mean,
on that one.
yeah, I mean, it's not going to be that popular of a song if it's, it's just, oh my God, it's everywhere. She's created an empire with that one. But and here's the Rob Mathis concert
that you missed.
That you missed, but you can check out Rob Mathis' music. A couple of songs up there, but the PBS special was really, really. Oh, gotta copy the link. Copy the link URL. It was good stuff. Good stuff.
Mark, I think you should have had on there. Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis. I think that's a great Christmas song.
Yeah, I didn't. I missed it. Yeah, I missed that one. I missed that one.
Most benign rap ever. I would have.
Yeah.
I'm
should have
a little
put up. Not
disappointed
complete.
that you don't have Jingle Bell Rock by Hall & Oates, which is a great
they
video
broke up,
story
though.
too, where they did the video and they got mad because the director was like, "No, you guys have to act more. You have to." So they did this like over the top cheesy one, and that's what the director went with, and that's why that video looks like that.
Did I ever tell you guys that I was my girlfriend and I went as Hall & Oates for Halloween one year? I'm gonna have to find pictures from it. It was a very funny costume.
Oh, and I gotta say, Wes Cagle, the reason I put that on there, I'm hoping to get free Taylor Swift tickets. So if she's listening right now, that's why I put that on the list. No,
Are you a Swiftie, Mark?
She's definitely listening, by the way.
She's listening. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she is. Yeah,
I just texted her. She'll be listening in about 3 minutes.
Spend her AMC ticket money and listening to your show.
Yeah,
binding up $100 bills in the stacks of 10,000. You don't have any Benny Grunch of the bunch, dude. Where's like the 12 Yachts of Christmas or ain't there?
This was just I put this list together in a half hour. So
I'm kidding, Mark. That was a totally local Benny Grunch of the bunch.
No, I thought you said the Grinch. The Grinch who stole Christmas.
Oh no.
Your mean one, Mr.
Benny
Grinch.
Grunch of the bunch is a very New
I don't know
Orleans.
who that is.
They do New Orleans themed Christmas music and stuff. They're so New Orleans. I'm not even sure Clobby's heard them in Baton Rouge. That's how New Orleans.
They don't come to Baton Rouge, but I know who they are.
No, but you have heard it before, right?
I
Maybe
heard
you
of
got
them.
some of the references, yeah.
Oh, Silver and Gold. Yes, that's a great song. I'm adding that to the list. Yeah,
I did used to live there
Gold.
years ago, long ago.
Yeah, that's a classic. Yep. Was that Silver and Gold and Frosty?
Silver and
Rudolph.
Gold. It was in Rudolph. Huh?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Rudolph,
Reindeer.
Yeah.
What was his name? Cornus. What was the name of the guy that was the with the pickaxe and he could taste the?
I don't know, but it was Burl Ives.
Cornelius Yukon. Yukon.
Yeah, that's right. Burl Ives sang it though.
That's right.
Hey, E. Clay Thomason.
Thank
Thank you.
Hey, Mark.
No, thank you.
What Christmas movie are you doing this year on the watch?
Well, we're gonna do Night of the Meek. We might do that. They were gonna do Charlie Brown Christmas. Retro Nerd Girl is not. I don't know if she can make it, but I'm just Definitely got to do that one.
I have
and
not
maybe
seen
an episode.
Charlie Brown Christmas in almost 3 days. That's how much. Because I
I've
watched
been
it
decades. I haven't seen it.
Really?
Been a while. I love it.
Again.
I love it. I want to watch it again. Oh, I know. Yeah.
Well, I think because it's streaming now. Only streaming now, or
no, they actually show it on network television. I don't know if they're.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
Okay.
they put it on PBS. Yeah.
No, actually, I think it's one of the networks still shows it, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Really? Because I thought Apple Plus owned it all.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think Apple bought everything, but then people complained, so they did finally.
Yeah, they gave it to PBS to put on for free.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
so
jingle bells.
Yeah. So this is far from complete Christmas list. I got to keep adding to it, but yeah, it's not a definitive list, but definitely the top 3 or 4 or 5 are there's fun Christmas, and I like the alternative Christmas stuff.
What about like the Father Christmas? Give me some money.
Right here, the King.
You said that one? Oh,
that's
sorry.
number 6 on the list.
Yeah, I'm on my
oh,
phone.
that's
I can't
okay.
see
Yeah,
it.
on the phone you can't see, but yeah, that's one of my first time I heard that song. I was like, oh God, how good is this? Yep. Clobbering Times, do you have any favorite Christmas songs? Are you a big Christmas listener? Or you just kind of go
I
along
love
with
Christmas music, but
right.
I mean, I like a lot of the ones here, but I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
They all kind of blur together after a while. I just listen to them when I can hear them when they're being played on the radio from somewhere or whatever. I do.
I was gonna say, we're down here, which just you put on Magic 101.9, and pretty much the day after Thanksgiving, they pretty much play Christmas.
Yeah, it's all over the radios here. From when I'm riding and stuff, occasionally I'll turn the radio on and listen to a bit of it. Yes, I do love it though. I mean, and I love a lot of the comedy Christmas songs. I don't have them like off the top of my head all arranged, but some of the really fun, some of the funny, off the wall ones. I love the Bob and Doug McKenzie's 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh yeah.
I like the barking dog one too. The barking dog.
Bobby, that one's like the best. And a beer.
oh yeah, Bob and Doug, yeah.
Yeah.
And a beer and a tree.
Believe it or not,
Bob and Doug are awesome.
They actually made an hour-long Christmas special about Grandma got run over by the reindeer.
Yeah, wasn't that a claymation?
No, it's an awful cartoon.
A cartoon.
It was a cartoon. Okay,
it's done by the same.
But
You know who did it? Mark. It's the same studio that did like He-Man and stuff like that. So what was that? Funimation or something? Yeah. So, and you could definitely tell D-Team worked on it. It was not.
Yeah. So so this is my list, not complete, but be on 70s tomorrow. And as I find songs, I'll bookmark it. As I find songs, maybe I'll do a YouTube video list like Retro Nerd Girl did, because that's fun to have and just do a playlist. But I've just been a Christmas nut, and then I was playing all this alternative music. My family's like, "Can you just put normal Christmas music on?" I'm like, "No, I want to hear something different." So. There's not to say that Bing Crosby or Frank Sinatra, some of the, classic older songs aren't great, but you just like to hear some modern takes once in a while, or new songs like "Christmas Is All Over Again" by Tom Petty. That's a damn good song. God bless Tom Petty. What about you, Pat? What's your favorite? What's your favorite? You got any Christmas favorites?
Yeah, I mean,
you had to pick. I'm putting you on the spot, but
no. I mean, I definitely, I told you, like the local ones. Benny Grunch is like a staple down here. I really do like Christmas in Hollis. I think it's full. I used to play it as a joke, but I really do like it. I like Jingle Bell Rock. I'm not big on the Wham one. That's okay. I don't own a Mariah Carey album, but I do own Mariah Carey Christmas on CD that we probably bought like 25 years ago. And it's still there. And look, you got to admit, man, that lady's got some pipes.
She does. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying there. But those are definitely up there. No doubt about it. I like it.
Rosebud.
I'm kind of like Clobby. We just put the music on and let it play. Whatever comes
You're
on.
not a nut like me about trying to collect every Christmas song you can that you like. Yeah.
No, I don't care.
I'm glad somebody.
You don't make lists. And you don't make lists. Yeah, like Clobbering Times.
No,
top,
Mark,
Blake 7.
I'm a fiend and where I upset and bug people, like where I argue with them about what the best Christmas Carol is and stuff and all like that, is Christmas movies. Because I think there's a definite hierarchy of Christmas movies and what's considered a great Christmas movie. Like I've watched Elf.
Anything with Heat Miser
Elf is not
the
a
best.
great Christmas movie. That's a Christmas TV show, and that's different because I like TV more than I like movies.
Yeah,
but Christmas movies.
I'm putting maple syrup on everything tomorrow. I love Elf.
The best thing about Elf, dude, Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart and
That's the dad.
Zoe
I never saw that
Deschanel.
You never? Did you ever see Scrooged? That's a good.
Oh,
movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, Scrooge is great.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember seeing that in the movie theater? Yep.
Me too.
And then Courtney, what's your favorite Christmas music or resident musician? Name a few favorites.
It's The Waitresses is like my
The Waitresses.
go-to.
That's your favorite. There we go.
Yeah,
I got that on the list.
Oh my god. Well, it's hard to think with this in the background.
And with the music going on in the background.
Christmas country in Colorado. You'll find out if you watch the stream tomorrow. How about that?
All right. Yeah.
Ooh, a
I just passed Pooh Bear Squishables, by the way. Thinking of you, Mark.
I love the Pooh Bear.
I know you do. All right, I'm going to mute because this is
Pooh.
obnoxious.
Yeah,
So
you better
guys-
mute because I might get
I'll be
in
out in a
trouble with the
sec.
music in the background. Yep. Yeah, I don't want to get dinged with music, unfortunately. Yeah. But I'm dreaming of a sea bug Christmas. Yeah, with anything with Heat Miser. That's what. Yeah, right. Why not? I miss. You don't want me to sing. I apologize. Yeah, that Heat. And you had to wait till that was on. TV. You're like, Heat Miser is going to be on. Which one is that? Is that the Year Without a Santa Claus? Is the one with Heat Miser?
Yeah, where Mother Nature has to take. Yeah,
Mother Nature and yeah.
no one fools with Mother Nature.
So I do want to. Unfortunately, we all gotta get out of here. It's got late early.
Morning.
It's early morning. Yep. But I do want to do a shameless plug and show my Doomsday Machine ornament because this is the holidays, right? So let me change my camera here to this camera, and
now I know it's really Christmas when we see this.
Yeah, I got to do a special on all my ornaments, and and I'm gonna do. I was gonna show some of the Sears catalog. Got some old Sears catalogs, so got to show those. But
and Mark, have you told everybody the importance of that ornament?
About what?
The importance of that ornament.
Which one?
The Doomsday.
No, what's so
I'll tell everybody what it is, Mark, since you probably don't want to share this. Mark made that ornament, and this is the deal. The first young suitor that Mark's daughter brings home and can identify what that ornament is, Mark will give that young man his blessing to marry his only daughter.
Well, I hope no one knows what this ornament is. Just kidding.
Come on, Mark. You'd have to be impressed, though, right?
Yeah.
If one of your kids brought home a young lady or young man that was like, "Oh, wow, Mr. Mark, did you make that from the?" Yes, young man, I certainly did.
So these are available to purchase. Hopefully, the suitor for my young daughter does not know what this is or sees this video.
Or watches the show. I ruined it then, yeah.
And of course, here's my Bumble back there.
They bounce.
Yep. And there's some of my there's some of my Star Trek ornaments. I haven't got on the tree yet. I gotta get those guys on the tree. I'm running out of room on the tree, which is a problem.
You need a second tree, father.
I do need a second tree. And let's check how much time is left to Christmas, and we'll get out of here. So this is my Pooh Tigger ornament. So I got the there we go. I got the circular polarizer, which kind of messes it up. I don't know if you can see that.
It just looks red to us, buddy. You'll have to read it to us.
Looks red, yeah. I'll read it. So trust me when I say it's 6 hours, 22 minutes. No, 6 days, 22 hours, 2 minutes, and 18 seconds to Christmas. I'm doing my best, Mr. Spock.
It's off an hour. But yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, it depends on your time zone, I guess. Yeah, let's see if that.
218 are lucky numbers.
Yeah, if I play with the polarizer there. Oop. That's the circular polarizer to get rid of glare. So you can kind of see that there. But that's the Tigger.
Mark, will you be tracking Santa on NORAD this year?
I will be tracking Santa, yep. Okay. Got to see, it's always a good time to get more toys, right? So, like here's my McFarlane toys. Max and the Grinch. Classic.
That is pretty
active
styling there, man. That's nice.
That was one of my favorites. Yeah, so this goes out every year. Max's hind legs broke because the Grinch was not kind to him, so I got to fix her front leg. So you pull on this, and he'd go forward. So I really got to 3D print some new legs, or it snapped there. It's just so sad when that happened. So I got to figure out a way to fix poor Max. So, yeah. So if you want a Doomsday Machine, not responsible for destroyed or eaten trees, yeah, poor Max. Let me get back to my regular mic here. Switch that back. So I'll put that link in there, and there we go. Buy Doomsday Machine ornament. So I got it's listed under the ornament. Yep. So let me put that in the StreamYard one, so it goes to both. Yeah, it's the Big Yeti. Yep. So let's go around the horn. So Courtney, you're going to be on with me in 70s tomorrow, I hope. Or can you be on? Are you going to be on tomorrow, Courtney? Or I know you're muted just in case the music is going. But yeah, Max, what did you do to my legs? Yeah. So hopefully Courtney's. Yeah, I think Courtney's going to be on 70s tomorrow with me. So. And Pat, you're anything you want to plug?
We did the big Christmas party for Brandon on Saturday, the end of the year wrap up for anime.
Awesome. He had a great year.
This Saturday, and then what to look forward to next Saturday. I just have a real quick question for both of you guys. Mark, are you doing a show next week?
I probably will try to do a watch party. If Christmas Eve, I don't know what's going to happen, but I tentatively will try to do a watch party. I might try to, since I'm off during the few days, I might try to do like just some Christmas watch parties. Just
aren't you legally
I'm right here, guys. So sorry.
Hi, Courtney. Thanks. Yep.
Aren't you legally obligated, being at least 50% Italian, that you have to cook something?
Yes, I'm cooking the 7 fishes. Clobber Times, unfortunately, can't make it this year. He sends his regrets because he's going to miss the eel, the shrimp, the fried calamari, the sauteed calamari, the salmon, the whitefish, and the smelts. I know he's disappointed.
I just had the worst luck.
And then, Clobby, my question to you is,
yes, sir.
Both a sad and happy question, but what about New Year's Eve? Have you given it any thought? Will it affect the parks and what you're going to do? And
New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve?
Yes. Will you be doing a New Year's Eve show in a couple of weeks?
Well, that's on a Sunday. This is Christmas Eve is.
Yes, that's why I was asking.
I don't do Sunday shows anyway. I never do shows on Sunday anyway.
That's true, but you did do a Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve special last year. So
because it was on a Saturday night.
Fair enough.
Now the next 2 Saturdays, Raquel won't be here, so I'm going to still do Saturday night Star Trek, but who knows? I'll just do some special open shows, of course, and I'm going to do all my regular time slots.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yep. Cool. So watch Clobber Times Monday night Marc C. Comics, right?
Well, Monday night I'll be at J-Man's channel. We're doing our Legion reviews, and then later Monday night Marc C. Comics Talk. I'll be showing some Christmas comics, and just talking about a little Christmas and comics and just laid back stuff. And of course, Wednesday, same deal, open Christmas talk, and we're gonna have our big Clobber Times Christmas party at the clubhouse Thursday night. And of course,
that'll be cool.
Looking forward to that. Yep.
And listen, folks, always remember this.
I'm sure.
Invite a Martian Manhunter into your house. Give him a Christmas present. Show him what the true meaning of Christmas is. That's what I recommend.
Yes, Martian Manhunter.
What a great episode.
Love that one. Might be talking about that a good bit.
There you go.
And here's Raquel's info. Guys, if you want to buy a great Christmas present, here's Raquel's Patreon and Amazon. And of course, everyone knows Clobbering Times here, but I'm putting his link in the chat. And let me just give a shout out to my Patreon, Shooter, Brian Hepburn, RobAltis, and Larry. Thank you very much. And let me say thank you to my channel members. Let me call them up because I got lots of channel members now, thankfully. So I want to give a shout out and just say if I don't see anyone next Sunday because it's Christmas Eve and I end up not doing a show because I've overdosed on 7 fishes. Thank you very much. But I'll let you guys know, and just if you're around, or usually late night Christmas Eve is if you're not out partying, right? You're wrapping presents, or we'll see. Maybe we're definitely not going to do a show that night. It would be will be watch party if we do something that night. But let me thank all the channel members now. So let me thank Wes Cagle, who upgraded his membership to the Silver Surfer level. Could not be reached for further comment. Small Time Republic, E. Clay Thomason, Classic Comics, Victor Fontaine, Jonah Hex, The Metalorian, Punkwaddle, DJ Ronnie G, Picasso, Christian Delorme, Claude Sowling, Maddie's Daddy, Gwagnar, Don Ranger Power, Rod Thunderheart, Jess, aka SBGG Girl 88, of course Raquel, Lisa, Princess Fiona, your Muslim uncle, that 70s rock fan, Dave C, Tatsu Sama, Larry, Shooter, Brian Hepburn, JT Kirk, Das Wolfen, my buddy Clobbering Times, Andy of Jill, and of course my other buddy Courtney and Eric K.
That's me.
So thank you. That's you. So thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's been a great fun night. We ended up doing 3.5 hours. I apologize for that. But
yeah, I'm sorry I could only stay for the first half hour, man.
Sorry. Pat, what happened? You want to say,
I'll do better next time.
Hope you keep feeling better. And let me roll through the chat here. We got a lot of people still watching, so I guess we didn't put people to sleep tonight. Maybe we made people really hungry. But thank you. Of course, let's go through the chat real quick too. I think we got, I said Larry, and thank you, Larry, for gifting all those memberships. Much appreciated. Oh, and thank you for Christian Delorme for his super chat, wishing everyone a Joyeux Noël and Bonne Année from Canada. I apologize for my crappy French accent, and that's my dad saying that too, because I do have a crappy French accent. Wes Cagle, Don Ranger Power, Lisa, your Muslim uncle, Max Redstone, the Stream Element Spot, of course, Hungry Boy, our comic book buddy artist. I got Donnie, I got West, Matthew Pounder, Lemon Pie. Who else am I missing here? Oh, and of course, thank you to Dadman for starting the show with us. He was being responsible, had to go to work tomorrow. Max Redstone. I think I said Max, right? Let's see, who else am I missing here? And of course, thank you for Courtney for stopping by.
Yeah, sorry about the little bit of chaos that I brought with me.
That's all right. Chaos is good. In small doses, yeah. I know I miss. We had a rockin' chat. Of course, Brian Hepburn. Thank you again for being a member. Let's see. Who am I missing, Clobbering Times? Brogu. I miss Brogu.
Oh, okay. There you go, Brogu.
Phantom Outsider. Did I say Phantom Outsider?
You did
not.
Yeah, how could I not say Phantom? Maybe he was invisible.
You didn't say Stream Elements.
Stream Elements, but JT Kirk.
Matthew Pounder.
Yep. Let's see. Who else am I missing here? Oh, Phil Filtiment. Phil TMT.
Phil is here. I call him hot dog guy.
Do you?
Yeah, he used to go on TikTok with like a hot dog outfit. It was really funny and do these dances. He's awesome. He's been on Late Night John. It's my old show. So.
Oh, Santa Megatron. I think that's Hungry and Brave Megatron, but Santa Megatron. Captain James D. Skywalker was here. I forgot to mention the captain.
Hey.
JT. Let's see. Who else am I missing here? Claude Sowling was stopped by.
Mm-hmm.
Dave C. And FKHC 2005.
Ike. Yep.
I think I got everyone. And if I didn't, and if I didn't, you know why I didn't get everyone?
It's because you're a dumbass.
That's why. Man, we're gonna use that a lot. And lemon pie. I think I said lemon pie.
Lemon pie.
I probably didn't because I'm a dumbass. So
I don't even remember that scene in RoboCop, so I don't know.
You know, yeah, that was the director's cut.
Oh,
yeah. So, but everyone have a great, fantastic holiday. Happy Hanukkah. I think it was the last night of Hanukkah tonight. Oh, Tom is here. Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Die Hard is one of the greatest movies. I did mention it tonight, Tom, was because you had tweeted out that awesome Die Hard ornament.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that was 3D print. I just got a new 3D printer, so I've been experimenting with it, and I had a print going tonight, But I'm printing a big bust of the thing, so I hope I got to go downstairs and check. I don't have a camera set up to it. My one of my webcams, or my security cam, the extra one I had to do that broke. So, but I got a whole setup here, and I'm trying to print some cool stuff to send out to people. So that should be fun. But thanks for stopping by, Tom. We'll hopefully see you for Toxic Tuesday. Oh, it is official. Yeah, it is. The poll
time. That's right.
The poll. Tom, look what our poll was. Yeah, I'm sure you're seeing that. Yeah. So here's the poll. Let me share my screen here. We'll close the poll because we've got 52% saying that that it is a Christmas movie. It was winning by a lot more before, but we came down. We got 29 votes, so we got a few more seconds to vote.
Yeah,
5.
I logged into
4.
all my sock accounts and voted no. So.
Oh, you did? Okay.
No,
yeah.
no, I don't care. I don't care quite that much.
Yeah. But I did make one of those ornaments for Toxic Tuesday when we did that movie. I think I got destroyed, but yeah. So 53 to 46%. It was much closer than it should have been, but yeah. So there we go. So Die Hard is a Christmas.
I said it was. I voted for that one. I'm glad. Yay.
So yeah. So yeah, go watch Die Hard after this show is over. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone for hanging out with us tonight, and see you during the week. Go sub to everyone on here. Go sub to Midnight's Edge After Dark if you haven't. I'll be on Toxic Tuesday this week with Nick Weiser. I'm forgetting what the damn movie is.
I can't remember either now.
He told me it's always the running joke is pretend to get the wrong movie. But
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
What the heck was the movie? I can tell you what I think I wrote it down. I think I write it now. I write it down now because after that screw up. It's Gremlins. Oh, Tom doesn't want to see Gremlins.
Gremlins, yeah.
Yeah, Tom's not going to be there for Gremlins, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah, it's Gremlins, Tom. Yeah, it's Gremlins. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I have a note I sent to myself.
Yeah, I don't think he likes it much.
Yeah, no, it's Gremlins. Yeah, so Tom will be there, and I think Rambo's coming up. Gremlins too. Yep. I think we're doing I think I had it as Gremlins. We'll find out, but I think then we're doing First Blood. Yep. So getting away from the holiday stuff, but that'll be fun. Yep. So
isn't that
everyone,
Gremlins?
I think that's Gremlins. Yep. So
right.
let everyone.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie too. Saw the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
There you go.
So everyone, for your holiday week, do not be
is because you're a dumbass.
Be a dumbass. So everyone have a great week. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Really a lot of fun, and much appreciated that everyone spends some of their time with us. You could be watching sports ball or Disney Plus, but really appreciate everyone hanging out here. So have a fantastic holiday. If I don't see you, Happy New Year, and be safe and enjoy your time with family and friends. Take care, everyone.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.